Here we go. We are now up and running, so just give me 1 second. I'm going to open this up, make sure that this is going well. All right, cool. Got this up and running. I mean, it's just a blank screen now, but it will eventually fix itself, right? Right? Oh! Turn to courage, cowardly dog. Oh, Muriel! Oops. I had my monitor on. Yeah, echoed in my own head. I was like, that's not right. Muriel! No, I don't care about the Domino's pizza deals. I just want to make sure the stream's running okay. That's all. Excuse me, sorry. Dinner. I've been muted this whole time, haven't I? Dang nabbit. Oh, I feel so stupid. My bad. Now you're like, why did I post those links? My bad. Oopsie doozy. Well, I'm glad I realized what was happening. Sorry about that. I said, hey, thanks. I was gonna say, if you're not a free patron on Patreon, which Dex you are, so you knew that this happened already. And then I posted the link to Patreon, and my stupid ass forgot to unmute. God damn it! In any case, thank you guys. Thank you guys for pointing out how dumb I am. I appreciate that. I posted the link to Patreon. Fizz, you're also a free patron, so you know about the video. My bad. That's 100% my fault. um, I wanted to say that I posted a video yesterday and made a Patreon post to break down the kind of questions we're going to ask you if you want us to run a point 0.5 training wheel session or a character creation boot camp or a one shot, because there is information below the paywall on each of those posts on Patreon in the shop, but like it's just questions that will help us make your session good, because we want to make sure that you're not uncomfortable. We want to make sure that you purchase the thing that you actually want, and we want to make sure that you're getting the DM that you specify. Um, so I just made a video. I was going to say a quick video. None of my videos are quick. I love to talk. But I made a video and a little post about it just to be like, hey, if you're going to purchase something from us, from our Patreon shop, like you want us to run a session, these are the questions you're going to need to answer so that we can make your experience the best it can be. And also, we want to talk about how, like, those of you on iOS devices, we're trying our best to help you out, because I only realized this recently. Uh, Apple adds like a surcharge to anything that's purchased on uh, Patreon. Yeah, Apple sucks, bro. Uh, and it's not like I thought it was a flat fee or something. It's not. It's a percentage based on what the purchase amount is. So the more expensive the thing is, the more Apple adds onto the charge. And that's crazy. So in addition to buying stuff on the Patreon, if you want to be like, hey, I want you to run a session for me, or hey, I'd love DM Shin to run Character Creation Bootcamp in OSE, or hey, I'd love DM Lacara to show me the ropes of Enclave, you totally can, not by purchasing on Patreon. You can either gift subs like Dex and AWAS have done, and they have like, they can do whatever they want at this point, or you could become an alpha either patron or member on YouTube, and every month you'll get one of those options. And I realize that no, that's good. That is the correct price. Never mind. I was gonna say the bundles are different. There are two bundles. There's a character creation bootcamp one-shot bundle for digital games, and then in-person games. And if you are looking for a specific DM to run your stuff, just do be aware that DM Lacara only does stuff digitally, and me and Shin are in New York. So if you're really far away, if you're not, if other arrangements aren't made, like probably we're not going to be able to do it in person for you. And also, don't be scared if like you want to do something in person, but you don't have a like space to place it in. We'll figure it out. That's definitely something we can work on. But if you do accidentally purchase a physical session and you're super far away, we'll refund you. Like, we're not going to hold on to your money for any reason. Like, we'll figure out how the refunding process works immediately. So it's just a breakdown of all the questions that we've got up on the items in the shop, and we're hoping that it helps. I felt like it was okay. There's two things about the paywall thing on Patreon. One is that obviously it looks like we're hiding things from you, and that's not the case. It's just if you're not going to purchase things, you don't need the rest of that information. The other thing is, when you make something and put it in your shop on Patreon, if it's a purchasable item, you can set an image for that post. So by default, it just posts an image of your profile picture. So I went and had Valley of Egeria take pics so that I could use them as the images for some of the items in the shop. And I come to find that if you have a purchasable item on Patreon and you set a picture for it, it blurs the picture as if what you're doing is not safe for work. And that's really silly. Like, they didn't need to mosaic my players at the table having fun, or uh, there's a mosaic over a picture of me behind the DM screen smiling. Like, that just makes it seem so creepy. Why is that? Why is that the decision they made? It's almost like, you know what you should do? You should make free posts for all the items and then have them link to the shop. And I was like, what? That's such a silly system. Like, such a silly system altogether. We're not doing that. Listen, you're pretty far away, but you like driving, so I'm sure we could find a place in the middle. But also, you do know where I live, so Ooh, and Fist, I'm finally gonna get to give your Christmas present to Grimbo to give to you this coming weekend. Finally. I think you'll enjoy it. But yeah, that was the post yesterday. You can all become free patrons on Patreon. You can just put Patreon in. You can put exclamation point Patreon into either chat at any point, and it'll take you right to the Patreon. You can become a free member, and you'll know when we post what we're doing. Most of the stuff we do is given out for free, but every once in a while we'll hand out something that's behind a paywall, or you're in the shop, or something like that. But most of the stuff is free anyway, so you're going to get a notification when we post. I say we, but realistically, I'm the only one posting on the Patreon specifically. I will also say that one thing I did note in that video is right now, like literally right this second, you can come into either chat and go to type in exclamation point GM Lacara, and it will take you to her start playing games page, where you could just get into games that she's already running. These are all basically one shots, though she does have a campaign set up in there. You can just go in and, like, if you want to play a game that DM Lacara is running, she's already got stuff set up just for her. You can go straight to her start playing games. I said in that video that probably eventually DM Shin and myself will be on start playing games as well, but right now I just want to run it through the Patreon. Like, I'm not ready to move on to start playing games because I'm still holding out hope that I have the option and the opportunity to run games in person, because that's just what I have more fun doing. I like the feel of playing in person over the feel of playing digitally. You know what I mean? It just feels, to me, it feels better. I'm wondering why Nightbot on YouTube is not posting GM Lacara's thing, so I think I'll have to double check on that. I will do that by the end of the stream, or not by the end of the stream, after the stream. Let me just make sure that command works, because it doesn't. Oh, wait, hold on. I have a way to fix this. I can tell you what Nightbot has on YouTube by going to commands, which all of you can do at any point. Yeah, the fact that nothing came up seems a little sketch. So give me one sec. I'll double check to make sure that she's in there. She's in there. It just didn't work. I don't know why. Hold on. Okay, why didn't that do it again? Did I spell it wrong? Is that what's happening? I don't think so. No, it's correct. It just won't post for some reason. I'm gonna add a note to check that out. Because that's not right. It should pop something up. I don't know why it's not. Don't deflate. No, you gotta inflate, I guess. Ah, that sounds weird. That sounds like a fetish. That I'm definitely not into. But it could be. It very well could be. Nightbot, what are you doing? Why did commands work but not GM Lacara? That's so weird. It must be that there's some kind of font or choice in there that is not correct, or that it doesn't like. I don't know what it is yet. Hmm. I'm gonna edit. I'll edit that one and then make sure that it works. Beyond that, though, we can run 4 different games, 4 different kinds of games on through the Patreon shop. Like if we want to teach you how to play or make your characters or to run a one shot. Between all 4 of us, we can all do 5e. All 4 of us. Between all 3 of us, me, DM Shin, and DM Lacara, we can run 5e and Enclave games. And then DM Shin is the only one currently who can run OSE games and Mothership games. However, I guess sneak peek, I'm currently editing the video for the unboxing of all the Avatar Legends role-playing game stuff that I've got, which is literally everything they've ever released from Magpie Games. It's the so like the how do I explain it? I can't say it's the most popular, but one of the most popular 2d6 game systems is powered by the Apocalypse. That is what Avatar Legends is built off of. I'm going to learn that, and eventually Avatar Legends is also going to be added to our repertoire of games that we can run. But powered by the Apocalypse games there's way less emphasis in them on combat than there would be in, say, D&D or other TTRPG systems. So you're doing a lot of I don't want to call it mental gymnastics, but most of the game is you trying to find balance in personality and mental state, more so than punching people or firebending or earthbending rocks at people and stuff like that. Sure, you can do that, but that's not really what the system is built for. Eventually, I would like to add Avatar Legends to our repertoire as we expand further and further. So that's my goal. That's my goal. So eventually, I'll do that. I am working on the Tome Mystical Tattoos too first, though. I'm gonna finish that, and I'm so here. I'll show you guys this. Let me open this. I have I don't care if you guys see any of this because it's not gonna make much sense to anyone anyway. So let me just grab this. I don't know what it's gonna do. Oh, it's gonna do small on the side. Whatever. This is my productivity tracker. I can get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. Whoop. Pop. But up here, next thing to read. I am going to start doing a thing where if I have multiple books from the same author or from the same series, I'm just going to read them all together. So because I did Tome of Mystical Tattoos 1, I want to do Tome of Mystical Tattoos 2 as well. So that's what I'm reading currently. But after that, I'm probably going to end up reading all the Avatar Legends role-playing game books because I have the starter book, Wan Shi Tong's library, Movers and Shakers quick start book, the Republic City Toolkit, and Uncle Iroh's Jasmine Island Adventures. So I have, those are all the books they've released so far. I have them all. I'm just going to read through them. And hopefully get a good grip on running a 2d6 system, because I feel like, while yes, most people associate TTRPGs with D20 systems, 2d6 systems are also pretty popular. There's less modifiers for your rolls too, like you're using 2d6s, and I don't know if this is true of all Powered by the Apocalypse games, but in Avatar Legends, you can never get a modifier higher than a +4 or lower than a -3. That's just the way the game runs. Oh my god. DM Shin is still at work. That's disgusting. I hope he's not physically at work. Oh god, I hope not. He's down closer to the city. Ugh. That's terrifying. What a terrifying prospect. But it is 8:15. So I'm going to start. Just move on into the stuff that we're going to work on. So today's first thing. Okay, I did not plan on this happening, but the votes were for backgrounds feats, and this lycanthropic transformation, which is based on Pointy Hat's rules and flavorings from Bloodhunter. Technically this is a feat, but it's also, I guess, technically like a background thing. Like I got bit by a werewolf. There's okay. It just happened to be that the next thing that we talked about, I had something that referenced Pointy Hat, which is cool because we just went over some Pointy Hat animal folk. And like this is a step down from that, a little offshoot. So if you would give me 1 second, we're going to look at some lycanthropic transformations. These are by the UX guy. I'm going to share. If you are on, I'm sending it to our chat. If you're on YouTube, you can drop the description of this very video and follow along. If you're on Twitch, I'm posting the link here if you want to follow along. And I'm going to leave it up for 30 minutes. And yeah, if you want to follow along, you totally can. But this is if you want a lycanthropic transformation in your campaign. You've been cursed. Bitten by a cursed creature, you have contracted the curse of lycanthropy. At the peak of the full moon, or when your HP falls to 1/3 or lower, you are at risk of suddenly transforming into a hybrid beast and attacking anyone around you. Now, they're using lycanthrope here because D&D as a whole uses the term lycanthrope, but they really mean therianthrope or zoanthrope. So technically a lycanthrope is only lycans, like it's only wolves, but D&D uses the term for any animal. So like wereboars also have lycanthropy. Werebears also have lycanthropy, even though they would not if you were using the name perfectly. Or not perfectly. In a more mythical scientific sense, I guess. Yes. Normally, when you're playing a lycanthrope, I'm putting it in air quotes because it could be any of them. You have so canonically there's a differentiation canonically between people who were born with the curse and people who were gifted with the curse. So canonically in D&D, if you were born with the curse, you have like a really strong grip on your transformations and you can do them whenever you want. So you can do beast form, hybrid form, human form, or whatever race you happen to be. If you contracted the curse later in life, generally speaking, you have way less control of when it happens. So the fact that they're using, hey, when you get to less than a third life, you just involuntarily control, is more akin to folks who got the curse later in life rather than being born with it. But these rules use a system that changes the DC associated with your transformation throughout play, with each transformation ebbing and flowing to mimic your handle on the curse. Additionally, there are feats you can take that increase what you can do while transformed and help you control your transformation, making it easier for you to use it as you wish. So yep, you can totally transform without the full moon. The addition of these feats are meant to insert lycanthropy neatly into the already existing leveling process, both to keep the game within the bounds of normal balancing and to not give the character with lycanthropy an unfair advantage over a character without it. So, one of the things about characters that have contracted lycanthropy in D&D is that they now are immune to all non-silvered, non-magical damage, which technically speaking, would give you such a huge advantage over most other creatures. So if you do become aware anything, you are like inherently more powerful than the other PCs in the party. So it looks like there's a little bit of editing here. I will also say that with the new book, Eberron, what is it, Forge the Artificer, that just came out, or came out pretty recently, they changed shifters specifically. Shifters are like people who have a beast trait, but they're not full-on lycanthropes or zoanthropes or therianthropes, whatever you want to call them. They changed it within Eberron Forge the Artificer to specifically say that shifters are second or third or next generations of people that had the curse of lycanthropy. So it's like a diluted version, which is something that D&D has a weird like affectation about, because like if you take Dragonborn, originally Dragonborn didn't have tails because a half dragon has a tail. With the 2024 rules, Dragonborn can have tails now, which it doesn't make sense, because to still have the tail means you're a half dragon. It means you're a direct descendant of a dragon, and anything past that is a Dragonborn. But whatever, we don't need to necessarily deal with that now. But there is like a precedent within the systems for direct descension versus like multiple generations below. They do like to dilute things as it goes. Yeah. Uzaro could be one of them. I don't know if there is a were-monkey canonically. There's also no monkey cardinal. But I feel like if you had a monkey cardinal, it would just be a furry human, so that's probably why they didn't do it. But anyway, finally, lycanthropy in these rules has been written as a boon that can be used at great cost. A character with lycanthropy will be more physically powerful after transformation, but the cost of transforming is potentially high. Keep this in mind to determine if this boon is worth the risks for your character. Lycanthropy in you! Curse of Lycanthropy. Once a creature is infected with lycanthropy, 1 week must pass before they're able to transform into their lycanthrope form. During this time, the curse has not yet anchored itself to the creature's body, mind, and soul, which makes it possible to remove it by the remove curse spell. Oh, so they're giving you a sort of out like they have for vampires. 1 week after infection, the curse will have changed the creature intrinsically. After that point, your strength or dex score increased by 2. You choose which. Normally, the strength or dex score is based on where creature you're becoming. But anyway, and only a magical ritual. See, Loup Garou. Oh, we're getting French and Japanese in here. Interesting. Or items specifically made to remove the curse of lycanthropy, or a wish spell can rid the creature of the curse. Born lycanthropes, individuals with at least one lycanthrope parent, have been altered by the curse since their inception. The curse lays dormant until puberty, making them unable to shift into their lycanthrope form, willingly or unwillingly, until it awakens. Once the curse awakens, born lycanthropes are subject to the same rules and limitations as any infected lycanthrope, but a born lycanthrope's curse cannot be removed at any point in their life with a remove curse spell. So even these new rules do have some distinction between born lycanthrope and contracted lycanthropy. Infecting lycanthropy. A lycanthrope can infect another creature with lycanthropy. This is the most common method for the curse to spread. If a lycanthrope makes an attack with their bite against a suitable creature for the curse to inhabit, the creature must make a wisdom or constitution saving throw, their choice, against the lycanthrope's curse DC. On a failure, the creature is infected with the curse of lycanthropy and will become a lycanthrope 1 week after infection. The creature can willingly fail this saving throw. Not all creatures can carry the curse of lycanthropy. In order for a creature to be a suitable host for the curse, the creature must be a humanoid, and it cannot be a natural shape changer of any kind, such as a doppelganger. That is interesting, because their bodies are always changing. They'd be able to push the curse out, or the curse would just get overwritten. I will say that this bite action thing, in my campaign, before I started it, I had looked up a bunch of articles and adventures and supplements that were like, here's what you should do in your world to make it feel more lived in. You should have a rival party that goes. You could technically be a dragonborn werewolf. 100% you could be a dragonborn werewolf. That would be one way to grow a tail. Why wolves? Composed of no, what is it? I think it is composed of an inquisible, friggity frack, possessed by an inquisitive nature and bloodlust. One of my favorite scenes from like the first season of Adventure Time. But when I started my campaign, I looked up all these supplements where people were like, a good way to make your world feel lived in, like your party isn't the only adventurers out there, is to come up with a rival party. And I had all these ideas for rival parties, and what I ended up settling on was they met in like the first big-ish town they went to, not like a main town or city, but in the first big town they went to, they met an adventuring duo, which is composed of a cleric and a fighter who's actually a werewolf, and they work together, wherein if the werewolf doesn't kill somebody that they're fighting, the cleric can remove curse just in case, and like that's their whole shtick. And so my party occasionally runs into them, but they also know another werewolf in Coneyberry, who became like kind of sorta an erstwhile party member for a little bit. They currently know 2 werewolves, which is probably a lot of werewolves for one person to know. They actually removed a cursed armor from the first werewolf that they met, not the one in the party. And they have currently that cursed armor is buried in front of the lighthouse where our roguer, because she's rogue sorcerers, friends live. And I don't know, them not getting rid of it and burying it is probably not good. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's a cursed armor that redirects ranged attacks to the next closest person. Actually, it redirects pretty much everything. So if you're not careful, you're gonna end up killing a lot of civilians when people attack you, or people you love and care about. Bum bum bum. We're gonna move on. No, we're not, because it didn't move. Here we go. Transformation rules. How lycanthropy affects you in this system is dependent on your curse DC. This DC represents your struggle to take control of your mind during transformation. Starting at a DC of 10, your curse DC will change depending on how you interact with your lycanthropy. Fighting against it will lower the DC, while giving into it and allowing yourself to transform will increase the DC, causing it to become more challenging to maintain control. Your curse DC can't go lower than 8 or higher than 20 unless otherwise specified. If your curse DC reaches 20, you are permanently stuck in your lycanthrope form, even if you fall unconscious, and only a greater restoration spell, dying, or a wish spell can bring you back to your normal form. Your curse DC starts at 10, but here's some interactions. You get a +2 to it if you willingly transform into your lycanthrope form. +1 to it if you unwillingly transform into your lycanthrope form. -2 if you successfully resist an unwilling transformation. +1 if you unsuccessfully resist an unwilling transformation. -1 if you make a successful transformation back to normal. +1 if you make an unsuccessful transformation back to normal. -1 if you successfully control your lycanthrope form at 1/3 HP. +1 if you lose control of your lycanthrope form at 1/3 HP. And -1 each week without willingly transforming. So, how you transform is, as a bonus action, you can willingly shift into your form for 1 hour. Your lycanthrope form is a hybrid form of your normal form and the animal form of the lycanthrope that inflicted you with the curse of lycanthropy. So your creature type is humanoid but shape changer. Size is medium or small, same as your natural form. Casting, you can cast any spell as in your normal form. You can use any equipment as in your normal form. And your ability score increase, your strength or dex increases by 2. You choose between the two when you're infected, so this is always going to be active. It's already active before you even transform. You get temp HP. It doesn't This one, okay, while in your lycanthrope form. All right, all right, all right, all right. Oh, they mean you choose between the two when you're infected, so you're gonna choose whether you're gonna get better at strength or better at dex. I gotcha, I gotcha, I gotcha. But it only comes into effect when you're in your hybrid form. Interesting that it doesn't just raise your base stats. But you've got heightened senses. Is someone here?
Yes, hello.
Hi.
What's up?
We talk about werewolves.
Oh, sweet.
Is there a cursed form for... Okay, so technically, it's not one of, like, the official class, like, were curses, but, like, you could for sure make someone a were dragon if you want.
Ah. Were dragons are cool.
I would imagine you'd have to become, like, a metallic one, though. Or maybe
What?
a gem. Because, like, I don't think a... Sorry, not metallic, chromatic. I was going to say, I don't think a metallic dragon... I had two thoughts at the same time. I don't think a metallic dragon would, like... Unless something went wrong with their own magic, like, they wouldn't make that curse available, if that makes sense. But, like, a chromatic dragon would be like, hell yeah, be like me. So chaos. And I feel like a gem dragon would just accidentally take you over because they're mostly psychics.
Whoops, was that my inside voice?
Yeah, yeah, yes, that exactly. Oops. My inside, yes. I'm gonna use that for the next psychic thing in my campaign. My inside voice, yes.
I think that's a new shirt design.
Yes. I'm gonna add it to the list.
I'm like scrolling. I'm like, I have that list here somewhere. There we go.
Jump.
Oh,
Adding
I've got
it.
some good ones I need to work on.
Oops, was that my inside voice?
I feel like it's one of those things that like people are not going to get though.
True, true. They did a thing on Legend of Avantris. One of the dudes has, what is it? It's not sending. It's message, and he messages the other player who's got like a 7 intelligence, and he's like, "I'm in your head. Stop looking around. You're not. I'm not. I'm not using my mouth to speak to you." And he's like, "But I hear you." And he's just spinning around in a circle.
Why would he be talking to the idiot of the group? I'm assuming someone doesn't have worse intelligence than that.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
People are silly.
that's
But
great.
so this first one is Lycanthropic Transformations by the UX guy, but it's based on something Pointy Hat did, and I was like, that's just a natural carryover since we looked at Pointy Hat's Animal Folk.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is nice.
You said Animal Folk. Where's Awas?
So last week I specifically sent Awas a message. Yo, this session, like Monday, is just for you. She was like, I'm offended. I was like, no, don't be. It's literally just for you. It's all animal folk and like variations of animal. It's just the session was for you. Okay, okay.
This is your recompense.
Yep.
Oh, did you find out it was she who was buying stuff the other day?
Nope, I have no idea. That's a good question. If anyone bought stuff from Geek Tank Games Minis and you're on the stream right now, like, let me know. You didn't have to do that. Thank you. I don't know who's buying stuff anymore.
Stop telling people that they don't have to spend money.
Fair, fair. I would like very much if you spent money, but you didn't have to do that.
But don't spend the money at Geek Tank Games. Spend the money at the Redbubble.
Oh, true, true, true. You could do the Redbubble, or you could come have us run games for you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
I don't know why
do that
I'm.
now.
I don't know why I'm winking into the camera like it's on. It's not on. No one can
It's okay.
see.
They can feel it.
Yeah.
Yes, you can, Dex.
Ooh, that's a okay. I've never come across someone making a Saiyan race, but I know it has to exist. There's no way that doesn't exist.
There is literally a class for this in Enclave. If you ask for an Enclave run, I will help you build a shonen.
Oh,
Which is
that's
literally a Saiyan.
true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It will
fantastic.
take 10 minutes and we will wreak havoc.
Ooh, I like this. I like this. I was reading. I'm in lycanthropic form at the moment.
Ooh, nice.
Just going through what you get from this. Okay, so when at the beginning of this supplement they said when you contract the curse, you choose whether you want your strength or dexterity score to increase by 2. And I thought that meant like forever, because that's how it works by default. Like your stat goes up when you become cursed with lycanthropy. But the way it works here is you only get that bonus is only active when you're in your hybrid form. So you're just normal. I mean, you're not normal, but like you're close to normal when you're not.
Yeah.
Listen,
I like this with the curse, DC.
Yeah, it goes up and down based on like how you're interacting with your curse. Because I had said before, like canonically, they separate being born with the curse versus you contracting the curse. Like you interact with it differently. And the UX guy was like, let me do some tweaks on that a bit. And I was like, so far so good. Like he does have a differentiation, being that if you contract the curse during your lifetime, you have a week to get rid of it. Like you have a chance to save yourself before it takes hold, and then after that it becomes hard. But if you're born with it, you just can't get rid of it.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like anything that gives you more like control. Not control, like, I mean, this is literally giving you less control. But you know what I mean? It gives you something that you can twiddle yourself that goes with the story. It's a mechanic that builds in flavor. I am in favor. It's good stuff. Okay, so the forms.
I have an so when you said you want to be like lycanthrope to be a were monkey, basically. Also, like a lot of races have like a minute-long transformation, so that's also a potential option. Like maybe your Saiyan race has a minute-long transformation into their big old monkey form.
Yeah. I mean, then you're just basically Monkey King.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't draw that conclusion before. Earlier I was like, there's no were monkey, but I feel like you'd just be like a furry human. But no, you'd be the Monkey King. Like that's all you're just the Monkey King. And if you're not using a bow staff, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure when the transformation happens, you're holding one regardless of whether you have one or not. It manifests.
Yes, I love this.
Your soul has a bow staff. Doesn't matter if you do.
Yeah, it'll be I'm gonna make words one day. Like the magical tattoos, some of them let you summon weapons. So maybe you just have like a tattoo of the bow staff, but it's actually the bow staff is just hiding inside of you. I like this.
That sounds uncomfortable.
Well, if it's the Monkey King staff, it can at least change size. So maybe it just stays real small. Maybe you like vomit it out, like it just hides inside of you.
Oh. When you feel like you're walking around with a toothpick in your throat the rest of the time.
Yes. Oh, yeah, or it's just like it's part of your trend. Yeah, like a lightning strike comes down or something and it appears. That's true. That could also work like Captain Marvel.
That's much cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for taking us from the direction that was going.
Oh, hmm.
They said shape changer. I'm happy.
So, one of the things on the first page is that not all creatures are capable of contracting lycanthropy, and they're using lycanthropy here the way D&D uses it, where it's any animal instead of
Uh-huh.
therianthropy or zoanthrope. But
Like a deer.
yeah, Thank you, Fist. But they said shape changers can't contract the curse because like obviously they're just changing their shape all the time. They'll just push that out. Like that's unwanted. Whatever. They don't need it. I was like, that's a smart thing to do. But pretty much anybody else who's a humanoid can get it. But that also means you can't have like were plants and what have you, which I guess also makes sense. I mean, we can make our own, but by default, it has to be a humanoid.
No. My brain went sideways with that, and I thought about a plant biting a person, and then they turn into a plant person.
Okay, I kind of like that. You become
That
like
would be
Swamp
so
Thing.
cool.
Oh, sick.
There's so many forms it could take. You could just become poisonous. You could grow thorns on your skin. You could, like, there's so many different ways it could manifest. That is a circle of druids that Shin needs to write.
Oh, yes. I'm going to put that in the list.
Things we need Shin to flesh out.
Where plants? Question mark, question mark, question mark? I like that.
I'm gonna message him in the chat. See if we can summon him early.
I hope he's not actually physically at work.
He's not.
Awful.
He said, at least I'm
thank God.
home.
Oh, thank God. I was like, no, please, no. Yes, the swamp thing from Avatar. Even Katara, when she's like oh my God, the Lady of the Lake, pretending to just be nature itself.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. In addition to your heightened senses, which everyone kind of expected you to get that. Painted Lady. Oh, you have that card, don't you? You get unarmed strikes. You can use your claws or your bite. You can use your strength or dex. They deal 1d6 plus modifier of slashing damage or piercing damage, depending on if it's claws or bite. And if you use the attack action to make an unarmed strike, you can make one additional unarmed strike as a bonus action. That, I guess, makes sense. You get like a built-in little multi-attack. But you do have a new vulnerability. You're vulnerable to silvered weapons. Because at the beginning, he was like, we want to make sure that your character is not more powerful than everyone else. So I was like, by default, you're immune to non-magical, non-silvered weapons. So I was figuring they were just going to leave that part out. But to give you vulnerability to silvered weapons is interesting because, like, most people in their campaigns, unless the DM is like specifically like you should make a silvered weapon, don't go out of their way to make silvered weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta know you're gonna come into contact with were creatures to do that.
In my campaign, my players didn't make silvered weapons. They went to the blacksmith and they're like, yo, do you have any silver lying around? And they just have a bag of silver dust. And they occasionally like pocket sand it at creatures and ghosts and stuff. And I'm like, I guess. I guess.
That's actually a brilliant use of it.
I thought they were going to make like a silver dagger or something. And they're like, no, we just need the dust. I was like, okay.
That's
and they
smart,
did it
because like silvering weapons is so expensive.
True. They brought up the sock of silver coins too, but they just pocket sand it. That's. I think they did it to the Banshee. No, the white in Wave Echo Cave. He was the first person they did it to, because we had gotten into a. Okay, Tales from the Table. we had gotten into a 25-minute argument about how you can't water whip holy water continuously because it would break the game. And they were like, but I want to do it. And I was like, no. And it says like water whip can't deal damage no matter what. It's not supposed to. And I was like, okay, so we're going off that. But also, you can't just keep using the same holy water. It's going to lose its charge at some point. Because if you just had to holy the water one time, there would be no vampires or anything left in the world. It would just be one guy controlling water, whipping every single one until they died.
That would be kind of a funny arc. But yes.
So, at the end of me getting yelled at by Valley of Ageria, I was like, okay, I'm going to use a different fantasy-based medium. In the Castlevania TV show, they bless the lake, and then they break the dam that holds the lake in, and it washes over all the vampires. But once it washes over them the first time, thank you for the follow! Is that Dragon Computer? Why, thank you. Follower gold met. Let's go! I forgot that was up there. Hell yeah! I lost my train of thought. Yeah. So they bless the lake, break the dam. The holy water washes over all the vampires. Woof! They're all gone. But then the other vampires that manage to dodge the water can stand in it because like the blessing has already worn off. Like it wouldn't just stay blessed forever. It's touched all this nasty stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we met a follower. Oh, I'm so excited. Thanks, man. It's a good day.
I'm so happy.
Would you like to read In Control? That's where I am currently. It is the second page
Absolutely.
of Lycanthropic Transformation.
I'd like to see what that looks like in some fantasy world. In Control. You remain in complete control of your lycanthrope form as long as your HP is above 1/3 of your max. Once you fall below 1/3 of your max HP, you must make a con or wisdom saving throw, your choice, against your own curse DC. Wow, I've never seen something where you have to roll against yourself.
Interesting.
On a success, you maintain control of your form and your curse DC decreases by 1. On a failure, you lose control of your lycanthrope form and your curse DC increases by 1. Which leads to Blood Frenzy. When you lose control of your lycanthrope form, you automatically lose concentration on any spell you are concentrating on, and the DM decides if you use your turn to attack the nearest creature to you, regardless of whether it's friendly or hostile, or if you use your full movement to run away from the nearest threat. You can repeat the saving throw against your curse DC to try to regain control of your form at the end of each of your turns. Interesting. So your DM has control over whether you're a coward or not.
Yeah, interesting that you would run away.
I guess the idea is maybe that, like, the only control that you have is to not attack anybody. If you attack anyone, you're gonna go full crazy.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I'm guessing.
I was trying to figure out. So they say when you're casting, you can cast any spell when you're in your lycanthrope form, and I was like, I generally speaking see people like a DM usually says something like, "Oh, it's basically the same as rage," so you can't like concentrate enough to cast a spell. But this makes sense only when you're blood frenzied because then you basically are enraged.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, it certainly leaves you with like more control for the most part. But also don't get hit too hard.
Yeah. Now I understand why at the beginning he's like, well, I want to make sure that you feel powerful, but also that you should be worried that you're so powerful. I'm like, I get it now. I get it now.
Yeah. No, I think this is a really interesting way to do it. I like it. It kind of makes you a bit of a glass cannon. Like, yes, you can DPS, but don't get too close for too long. But also, all you can do is melee. Have fun with that.
Yeah. Okay, so in the Tome of Mystical Tattoos, I don't the both book 1 and book 2, because now I'm reading through book 2. There's
Oh my god.
this weird thing where I think their intent is different, but the way that they write it every time is they say all creatures in the radius. And sometimes they do specify excluding you or excluding your allies, but the vast majority of the AoE spells in the Tome of Mystical Tattoos say all creatures in the radius have to make a save. And all I think of every time I see one of the spells that's written that way is like, yo, you can be really powerful, but you can't be near your friends. You have to go away. Like you,
Yeah.
you are a ticking time bomb.
I would think that they did mean it then, unless it's just terribly edited. For them to say it sometimes but not others implies that they did actually think about it. Like, if it never said, accept yourself, I would be like, oh, okay, they're just assuming that you're gonna assume, not you. But if they say it sometimes, that sounds like they mean it the rest of the time.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm a threat to my friend.
And me. That's
Yet
fun.
yet it's not on the spells. Like there's an ink ball tattoo spell in the first book, which I think is the coolest one, where like you hold out the ball of ink, and for each
Mhm.
turn that you hold it and you concentrate on it, it gets bigger and deals more damage. And I'm like, but that one won't pop and hurt you.
Uh-huh.
But I think it would be really cool if it did. Like if someone was just specifically targeting the ink ball itself while you're concentrating on it, that's fun.
It's just a ball of ink? What kind of damage does it do?
Okay, so here's one of my nitpicks with the Tome of Mystical Tattoos. For some reason, in the first book, almost every single ink anything based spell dealt acid damage. Didn't matter what it did, it just dealt acid
Yeah,
damage. And I was
that's what I
like,
would have assumed.
all of these things that they're doing should be force damage. They would make more sense as force damage than acid damage. Like it's a projection of magic. Because they don't
Mhm.
describe them as the ink coming off of them in most cases, besides the ink ball. And
Mhm.
in the second book, everything that would have said acid in the first book says force, and I was like, oh, they figured out that force was the default magic, like magical damage type. I got it.
Mhm.
They just assumed because like you're splashing things, it should be acid. I gotcha.
That is frustrating for it to change partway through.
Ooh. I guess they could put it in holy water. That's a good question. I definitely in my campaign they could, because they've used like Nara can breathe underwater because she's a water genasi, so she has made like water-based rebreathers for herself in the past so that she didn't inhale any of the spores and stuff in the room. So I guess technically you could do that. Yeah, scary lady. 100%. That's exactly it. Interesting. Okay, Dragon says my chat has new followers locked out for an hour. Let me figure out what's happening here. Oh, you're right. Stop that. What? Who? I. Interesting.
On Twitch?
Yep. That is a new thing. I don't know what that was. Ha ha! That
Yay!
is really weird. Thank you for that. Okay, that makes so much sense because the last person who followed started whispering to me and then was like, "Can we talk on Twitter?" And I was trying to talk to her on Twitter while we were streaming, and I was like, "Why won't she just talk in the chat?" I didn't realize she couldn't talk in the chat. That explains everything. Interesting. So they added a new button underneath subscribers only chat for followers only chat, but all the things above it are tick boxes, and this one is a timed amount. Why? Why? Oh wait, I can just set it to off completely. Cool, 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 cool. The dungeon. I like that. That's a good one. And thank you for helping me with that. That was what a dumb feature. Wow, they added a lot more stuff in here. Interesting. Oh wait, I have you can get to your requests now. Fantastic. That was not an option before. I used to have to go through like 6 menus to get to requests. Cool. I'll keep that in mind now. Wow. Wow. Okay, that explains so much. So much. Oh, Resident Bard is going to use that. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah. Oh
100%. 100%.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Fist. There's a specific subclass for paladins that it's called Oath of the Ancients, and it's supposed to be only for I think it's only elves is the default way that it's run. But it's just supposed to be like you draw your power from the earth. And it's supposed to be only for elves because they're old, but I got to use it in Clubs' campaign as a dwarf because I only cared about nature. And I was like, that's a cool one. But I mean, elf would be the opposite, the obvious choice, really, for if you just want a really ancient race. I will say, having watched Pointy Hat's Eberron primer, in Eberron, it's actually the goblins who were there the longest, like on that plane. And so when you dive into a dungeon or something, a tomb, it's like goblin heritage, and that's why they're always fighting people, because people are just grave robbing like their ancestral tomb and they're pissed about it. And I'm like, that makes the most sense of anything I've ever heard. Like, they just stole great great grandpa's clothes. I'm gonna kill them.
Yeah. Also makes you feel bad.
Yes, yes. Hey, hey.
Oh, we're jerks.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that. And I was trying to explain to Grimbo yesterday that the orcs in Eberron, like their whole thing is whenever like a hellmouth or something opens up, that's where the orcs live now, where they're like, yo, all you guys, weak, not muscly. We got this. This is our house now. And they just like hang out around the hellmouth or whatever it is until they can beat it into submission.
We'll take this one for you.
Yeah, we got this. Don't worry about it. You weak-limbed folks, we got this. I like that.
That's pretty great. I do like the idea of turning a lot of the like tropes like that on their heads. It's like, no, we're not jerks. You guys are just too weak to understand what we're doing.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, 40k orcs. They're definitely smarter. Though I will say 40k lore, orcs don't have magic. They just believe things will work. And the other races basically see it as magic at this point because they'll just like slap some stuff together and it'll work, but it shouldn't. And it's only because the orcs believe that it works.
It's Discworld religion.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. It's just a different kind of magic.
It's so nice. And orcs in 40k have the stupidest names ever. Yeah, red makes things go faster. Like they'll name their jet like the boom daka because that's the noise it makes. And that's like the motorcycles are like scuzz wagons. It's really good. I like 40k orcs.
Hey, yeah, I might have to call motorcycles that. That's pretty fantastic.
Okay. We did Blood Frenzy. What are we on next? Oh, we're not done with Blood Frenzy. Well, technically, we're not done. Well, I think Blood Frenzy
I
is
feel
just
like it
that.
was changing.
Mm, mm,
Yeah,
mm.
but it stopped.
You can use a bonus action to transform back into your normal form as long as you remain in control, unless your curse DC is 20. When your curse DC is 20, you don't even transform back when you become unconscious. You just
Wow.
are stuck as your whatever. What? 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 Dex! Dex, no, you didn't have to do that. No. Also, I realized the sound for the alerts is coming out of the wrong speaker. That explains a lot. I was like, "Hello?" when it played the music. Hello? Who else is in my room? Thanks, man. You didn't have to, bro. Yeah. Thank you. Now the alerts are playing through the correct speakers. That makes more sense. Oh my god. Dex, you're gonna have like a million bajillion dollars for us to run things for you. Oh my god. Ah. All right, I'm taking a screeny again. I don't know where Awaz is actually. Now that I think about it, I did talk to her today though. Now we're good. Oh my god, this is so cool. You guys are so cool. Oh, you guys are so nice. Oh, wait, hold on. I can bump up this music too. Oh man. I'm so glad that you told me that I had follower only chat for an silly. I I'm not gonna bother worrying about how it happened. I'm just happy it's fixed now. And I have to fix DM Lacara, I have to fix your command on Nightbot on YouTube. For some reason it's not playing, and I think it's because it doesn't like that I put 2 links in the same command. I think that's why it won't show. But I will.
What are you talking about?
So if you come in the chat, you can do.
I am in the chat.
You can type this, and it'll take you right to your profile, and it works on Twitch, but it won't work on YouTube for some reason. It just won't pop up. All the other commands are working. It says that's a command, but it won't play. And I think it's because of start playing .games and then your profile. I think YouTube can only show 1 link at a time, or it gets confused.
Thank you. Yeah, the start playing games doesn't have to be a link.
I think it did that one automatically.
Mm-hmm.
But I should definitely, I will change that so it's not a link.
Yeah.
But that's on my list of things to check out.
Oh, that's cool.
You've never played before?
I'm playing with us.
I literally just like got so excited that I started to sweat. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but sweat just formed on my forehead. I'm gonna take off my sweater. It's hot now. New people to play with. I got excited.
At least I didn't start crying.
True. That'll be later. I'll do that later. when I edit the spreadsheet to add in your new contribution stacks, that's when I'll cry. Oh, that really hurts my heart.
Yeah, honestly, that's how it was for years too.
If
it's okay, we'll get you over that hump.
100%. Fox isn't in the chat, but if you come hang out in the Discord and you want to see like a wizard at Hero Forge, he also doesn't play, but like he loves making characters. So he just makes characters on Hero Forge, and he is like the one of the best Hero Forge wizards I've ever seen. And he's like, oh yeah, after he showed us like 15 characters, he's like, oh, by the way, I've played one time for one session. And we were like, what? And he's like, but you have a backstory for all of these things that you made. And he's like, yeah, I just played once, ever. Oh no, not the puppy. I'm sorry, man. Oh.
I'm so sorry.
There's no crying here? There's crying here. There's definitely crying here. I'm going to find
I'm
crying.
sitting here trying to get... There's nothing for crying or sobbing or anything.
I'm sorry. Okay, Twitch just gave me a new emote, but I'm not going to share it because it is mean. It is the respectfully no emote. That is not what we need to share now.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, at least it was fast.
Yeah.
So sad,
as much suffering.
Yeah.
We gotta have a hug. There has to be a hug. Kinda.
Corgis are adorable.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Okay, that was too ominous of the song to start back up right then.
Seriously.
I'm gonna lower that. That was really ominous. Oh no. Oh, withdraw. That's cute. Where's that from? That's so cute. Oh, so
Super
cute. Wait, that's yours. That's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna make a note. Oh, you have a pack. Oh, jealous.
Whoop. I'm super jealous. I've not had that dog in way too long.
I want to say I have like a third of a dog. Because my sister's always here.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
No.
Oh. That is a joyous day. All I was thinking immediately was like, yo, Dex, you must introduce him to your dogs. Your dog, sorry. You know what I mean. Oh. My dog growing up, we didn't know that she had developed diabetes. And like we didn't know that blindness was a symptom of that either. So one day she just refused to walk outside. And my mom was like, I don't understand what's wrong with her. And then like she came, we like pushed her, we like put her back in the house and she like walked into the wall. My mom was like, something's weird. And then we took her to the vet and they're like, oh, your dog's blind now. And my mom was like, I didn't notice. And I was like, what? Huh? I was away at college at the time. I was like, how did you not notice that she was blind now?
That is baffling. I mean, not super like knowing your mom, but
fair. I was like, I don't. What do you mean? Huh? Oh yeah. That makes sense. No, that's not a dog. I'm thinking of Zeus the owl. The coolest like blindness affectation I've ever seen in my life. It's like little stars. Oh, you have to put Zeus in your campaign.
What?
Oh, there's a blind owl that went viral on the internet because like it looks like constellations are in his eyeballs.
Oh.
It's so cool.
That sounds very cool. That does sound very much like something I would have. Ooh, we should put that in the setting. The new setting.
Yes. That's another note.
We have a secret project we're working on. It's going to be one of our first produced group things. But it's very early stages. We're not going to say more about it than that yet.
Yeah. Listen. Also, that makes it seem like you're not scared to be a DM, which is great. Because a lot of people are just too scared to jump in, but you could jump in. Like, that's the beauty of it. And every table is going to be totally different. Like, I'll say it 4 clubs. Where he's like, yo, we might all be playing the same game, but every table's different. It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, like, between us as DMs. Like, every DM at DM Roundtable plays a totally different game. Yeah.
As much as we agree on things in principle, the way we actually run games, totally different.
Oh, that's a good question. What will the disclaimers say? Oh. What, are we going to have our own... Okay, hear me out. Formatting wise, I think that we should each have different colored flavor text boxes that pop up at various points in the book. Kind of like the way Deadpool's like different voices talk in different text and font. I like that idea.
I love that. But yes, there will definitely be comments from each of us because we are each taking a hand in this.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. That you prompted a great thing here. I like that.
I think the disclaimer is going to say something like, don't try this at home. Like the game, just not any of the things that we say in it.
Fair.
Do play the game. Don't try to do any of the actual things.
Please don't shoot yourself into space.
Or anything.
Fair. Oh, there is a thing about full moons, because Dex, you had asked this before. When the full moon's at its peak, you have to make a con or wisdom save because you get to choose between the two of them. Because, like, generally speaking, curses or things that affect you negatively, while, yes, they affect your body, a lot of the times, if it's something that has a mental component, it's a wisdom save. So I guess that makes sense. You're, like, trying to control your blood frenzy. You have to make a con or wisdom save against your curse DC to resist an unwilling transformation. All saving throws against your curse DC are done at disadvantage during the full moon, because the curse is stronger. Once you've transformed into your lycanthrope form, though, you can't do so again until you complete a long rest. So you're a werewolf for an hour. It's not like you're going to spend the whole night as a werewolf. Though, I mean, if you're in blood frenzy, you're attacking people willy-nilly anyway. An hour is a lot of time to be attacking people willy-nilly.
Yeah, even a minute's a long time. An hour is... That's going to be a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage! I love flavor text boxes. Flavor text is good. We just love flavor here. That's our shtick. Oh! Yeah. I knew that there were feats in here, which is why I counted this for today. But there's also a spell in here, which I wasn't expecting. Would you like to read the spell?
I cannot, because I am up to my elbows in dishwasher components.
Oh no! What happened?
I haven't cleaned the filters in a really long time.
Oh my god. Okay, I will read you Resilient Hide. This is a 4th level Hemocraft. Oh!
Hemocraft.
I love blood magic. Hemomancy, that is the good stuff. I love hemomancy. So when I see Hemocraft, I'm like, does this guy do the things? Is he a guy who also makes hemomancy stuff? But casting time 1 action, you need somatic, material, and verbal components. What is the somatic component? Okay, so normally in a spell like this, there's a parentheses that tells you what the material component is. Oh, I see. It's in the first sentence. Never mind. You should put it up there by the material, but whatever. Concentration up to a minute. Requiring a oh my god. A fresh blood offering from the caster's hybrid form. You can cast Resilient Hide. Oh, so you have to have the blood of a lycanthrope? Interesting. While it's active, you have resistance to piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning from non-magical attacks not made with silvered weapons. Oh! Additionally, while you're not wearing heavy armor, you have a +1 bonus to armor class. Once used, Resilient Hide cannot be cast again until you complete a long rest. That's how they brought in the normal benefits you get from being a lycanthrope. It's a spell now. Interesting. Weird that you can only use it once per long rest. Like, normally spells don't have that. But blood for the blood god. I will say, if I was gonna run this, okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's probably gonna. This is not that like bad balance-wise of a spell, so it's gonna end up in the repository. But I'm going to add a clause that says it doesn't necessarily have to come from your specific caster's hybrid form. It's got to come from somebody who can shift in some way. So like even a shifter you could get their a blood sample from them and then be able to transform this way. Or it doesn't have to necessarily be you specifically. Though I guess it makes the most sense if it's coming from you because it's easy to get. But you could make this a quest item. Like, I gotta go find somebody that's a shifter and get their blood.
I don't see why this is a spell and not an ability, though.
Also, 100% agree. This should just be something that you can do.
Yeah, especially with the like long rest thing. It's like this is written as an ability. This is not written as a spell.
Oh. Okay, so this one definitely says, ooh, I love doing that, okay? I love if you have any kind of dog creatures, them going after bones. 100% in my world? Yes. 100% of the time. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so this one says
You have
until
to
you
make a
complete
wisdom save to not chase after the bones.
Yes. Do you think blood type? Maybe the kind of thing you got the blood from. Maybe. I don't know if blood type specifically would, but I'm just gonna nitpick on something from Tome Mystical Tattoos. They love to come up with weird time frames for stuff. Like, you see how this one says you can't use it again until you use a long rest? That's normally how D&D words things. But Tome Mystical Tattoos will be like, you can use this ability once every 8 hours. And I'm like, no, stop. You don't need to overcomplicate this. Or you can use this, that something happens every 10 minutes for the next 2 hours. Stop doing that. Just keep it simple. Short rest, long rest. Those are the only like 2 time frames you need for abilities, or like once per day if it's an NPC. It is just you don't have to go any further complicating things. Long rest, short rest, once a day. Fine. Perfect. That's what you're already thinking of. But there's lycanthropy feats now. So these feats can only be taken by creatures affected by the curse of lycanthropy. Okay. I don't know if you were in here before, Dragon, but the way that D&D uses lycanthropy, it's any were creature. It doesn't necessarily have to be a wolf. So whenever they're like, oh, based on whatever animal you are, that's because they're using it in the place of where other people use therianthrope or zoanthrope. Ooh. Ooh. That's true. That's a. I don't want to call that a loophole because it's technically not a loophole, but blood offering if you're getting it from a female lycanthrope, that would be potentially easier. If a lycan bites a silver skeleton, probably he gets indigestion no matter what.
And also, depending on your mythology, sometimes it has to be living blood, which that doesn't count as. So you gotta be
Mm,
specific.
I see. I see. That's a good one too. Okay. Okay. Um, these lycanthropy feats, you have to be a lycanthrope in order to get them. But they're written so that you can grab them and upgrade your character as you go, so that you can use more lycanthropy stuff. So the first one is lycanthrope fledgling. Prereq is you have to be 4th level and you have to be a lycanthrope. Your handle on the curse grows stronger. You get to increase your strength, dex, wisdom, or con by 1 to a maximum of 20. That's a lot of options. Your walking speed increases by 5 feet when you're in lycanthrope form. Willingly transforming only increases your curse DC by 1, and when you lose control of your lycanthrope form, you will only attack a creature friendly to you if you cannot see any creature hostile to you. Interesting. So you are getting a little bit better. This is more in line with the canon natural born werewolves, where like they have a better grip on their curse than a contracted werewolf or lycanthrope does. Okay.
If you want a really, really dark storyline, you can follow the thought process of, okay, you have better control over it if you're born with it. But as a kid, you probably didn't. You probably gained that as you aged.
Mm.
So what was that like?
So canon wise, if you're born a lycanthrope, you can transform whatever you want. This particular supplement says you won't be able to transform willing or unwilling until you hit puberty. And I'm like, honestly, that's scarier than anything. Like worse
That's
than getting
worse.
like pimples or whatever. All of a sudden you're just like and you're just biting people for no reason. Like
Yeah, it's also the worst time to like as if you assume that you could change uncontrollably as a child, it's like, okay, the parents put them in a cage until they can like learn how to control
mm-hmm.
it. That's so much less scary than a teenager.
Yep. 100% with you on this. That's worse. That's the way worse. Okay. So if you want to get the next, oh, I see. I didn't realize that you have to get one of these feats. Like you have to get them in line. So the next one is Lycanthrope Adept. You need the fledgling feat in order to get it. You get more powerful, so you get to increase your strength, dex, wisdom, or con by one more time, up to a max of 20. Your unarmed strikes now deal 1d8 slashing or piercing damage and are considered magical for the purpose of overcoming resistances. I'm surprised your original claws weren't, but whatever. You make all saving throws against your cursed DC to maintain control with advantage. You do not make saving throws against your cursed DC at disadvantage during the night of the full moon. Oh, so you're really getting control of this. And you can transform into your lycanthrope form twice before regaining all expended uses when completing a long rest. So you have 2 hours of being a werewolf or werebear or whatever.
Mhm.
Oh,
Wow.
that's a good one. I um the werewolf that I mentioned before in my campaign, he's the only inhabitant of Coneyberry right now, and it's just him and his sheep. And everyone else is like, when my players met him for the first time, they were like, what do you mean it's just you and the sheep? And he was like, well, I'm probably gonna kill anybody else who's here, so it's easier just to hang out with the sheep. And when I get hungry, I just eat one of them. And they were like,
Yeah.
I okay, I guess, sure. And he was like, I don't know why you guys think this is weird. That like I don't want to hang out with people. At the time, he was also wearing cursed armor that redirected attacks that were targeting him specifically to whoever was nearby. So like he didn't want to be around people. I
Yeah.
also mentioned at the beginning that my players did not get they removed the curse so that he could take the armor off, and they buried it, but they didn't get rid of it. So wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's still around.
It's definitely not going to come back to bite them.
It's not like they're currently housing a guy who's being overtaken by a curse that's rewriting his personality right now, and this cursed armor is buried right in front of the lighthouse that he's living in. That seems like a great idea. And he knows it's there. Ooh, interesting. I guess if you were like, hmm, if you've still got flesh, definitely yes. I don't know if like your bone structure changes though. It's like if your flesh has already sloughed off. I don't I don't know if you'd get the bonuses. That's a good question. I like this. These are good ideas. And then you get Lycanthrope Master. You have to have Adept in order to become a Master. Increase your Strength, Dex, Wisdom, or Con by 1 to a maximum of 20. Okay. You get a +1 bonus to attack rolls made with your unarmed strike. Your Curse DC cannot get higher than 16, so you'll never fully lose control of your form. You're proficient with Wisdom or Constitution saving throws against your Curse DC. Oh, cool! I've never seen anything specifically say you're proficient against this thing before with saving throws. Cool. I've seen a lot of you got advantage, but you can't be made to unwillingly transform. You can only inflict the Curse of Lycanthrope while in control of your Lycanthrope form. Oh, interesting. And you can transform into your Lycanthrope form an unlimited number of times, and your hybrid form lasts until you revert to your normal form, fall unconscious, or die. Oh, you could just stay werewolf forever.
Wow.
And that's it.
That's it?
This is not bad, but I do feel like because those feats are like in line, you're kind of if your character's just going to do the 4, 8, and 12s, which let's face it, most campaigns end around 12 anyway. That's probably the 3 feats you're going to take. If your players aren't allergic to downtime like mine are, ooh. I feel like it's imparted on their soul more than their. Well, I guess depends on what it's aimed at. But I would say lycanthropy is probably on your soul, not your bones.
Yeah. Well, Ray's Dad Rules is written says that it cures any non-magical disease, but it doesn't remove magical diseases, curses, or similar effects. So I think in most situations that's going to count lycanthropy.
Okay, you said wild magic sorcerer with lycanthropy. Hear me out. When you go berserk, when you go into your blood frenzy, you
have to roll on the wild magic.
Yeah, you cause a wild magic storm. That's I love just messing with stuff. I love it. But
is a bloodthirsty rampage isn't chaotic enough.
Yeah, I need more. Oh, this is fantastic. Also, Dragon, I was going to get to your message sooner, but the notification that you whispered to me came up, and I clicked it, and it said, "Do you want to make a clip of Dragon whispering to you?" And I was like, "What does that mean?" And I just stared at my phone for a while. I was like, "Uh-huh?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's because the clip button is behind the notification." So me hitting the notification with the clip button. I was very confused. I was so confused. But we have more feats to look at today. We actually don't have any backgrounds for 5e to look at today. All the feats are 5e, and the backgrounds are going to be for Troika, which is the weirdest game you'll ever play. We looked at backgrounds on how to be a chicken last time.
Oh yeah. Or was it three ducks in a trench coat or something?
Oh yeah. I think it was 3 ducks in a trench coat. Troika is
That was
so
amazing.
silly. I would love to learn to play. I said at the beginning, like I just did the unboxing for all the Avatar Legends, the RPG stuff, and I would love to add Avatar Legends to the repertoire. But like, I feel like I personally have to learn to play Troika because it's so weird. It's just so weird. Good night, Dex. Thank you so much, man. You didn't have to do all that. You're the best. Oh, that means I gotta change the notifications. I gotta change the text that's scrolling by because this Friday is our monthly thank you stream. Or my monthly thank you stream to say thank you to all the cool people like Dex who came in, and Dragon, you're new too, so thank you, and Fist, and everybody who donates stuff and becomes a member and a subscriber. And you guys voted that we're gonna do Magic the Gathering and chill, so I'm probably gonna look over some decks. I do not know. Now it's gonna get confusing. We're gonna rework some of my old decks for Magic the Gathering, but Dex Chinoike might show up, and if he does, we'll play a match.
Yeah.
But the next one we've got is Duelist Stance. And this is a feat with prerequisites of 4th level and dex of 15. If you're on YouTube, you can drop the description of this very video and follow along with us. If you're on Twitch, I'm going to post the link in here, and I'm going to pin it. And then I'm going to share it in our DM chat so everyone can follow along. But this is pretty swashbuckly, so I figured this was a good thing to go into. I do have an animated deck of many things, which I don't know if I'm ever going to give my current players. I don't think I could trust them with that kind of power. I don't even think I could trust them holding the. I got the expansion for Here to Slay, and I literally put all the cards in the sleeves. Was like, oh, this is going to be fantastic. It's my group's favorite game to play. I had the cards in sleeves. We played the game for the first time with the new banner expansion. They somehow got soda inside the sleeves of the cards. I was like, I don't know how you guys did this. I specifically set these cards up so you wouldn't mess them up, and you poured soda in the decks. Yes, exactly. Let's play 52 card pickup. Or they would go, I've never seen those cards before in my life when they've been out in front of them for like 5-6 sessions. I only started, I was about to say I got into Magic the Gathering recently, but actually Dex Chinoike is the one that got in the most recently. He only started playing like 4 months ago. I started maybe 2 years ago. Nah, maybe a little bit longer than that. Dr. Pepper. It might have actually been Dr. Pepper. It might have actually been Dr. Pepper. Ooh, it's still pretty good. Oh wow. Oh, we used to play back in the day. I couldn't learn as a child. My best friend tried to teach me as a kid, but like I couldn't get Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh out of my head far enough to learn Magic. And now that I'm old and forgot how to play all those other card games, I was like, oh, Magic is simple to learn. Okay, that's a lie. It's not simple. It's much easier to learn. And if you play Commander like we do, like I only play Commander, you can use cards from any era. There's only like 10 cards that are banned in all of Commander, minus conspiracies, because nobody likes conspiracies. Oh, man. That's cool. Because I know Magic has a sort of, like, people in Japan like Magic. It's not as popular as other games, but they do like Magic. Not as much as they like Call of Cthulhu, though. Apparently that's their preferred TTRPG over there. But Western TTRPG. Which I wouldn't have expected. I think Fist, you and Grimjack would probably like Call of Cthulhu. Maybe not necessarily over D&D, but I think the two of you would like to play Call of Cthulhu. 8 years is a long time. I was only in Japan for like 3.5 weeks altogether. If they're that, absolutely. You can use you could use TCG Player, or you could just use Scryfall to just check through some of the decks. But this feat, Duelist Stance, you can stay on guard with this new feat. I mean, I guess it's perfect for rogues and other skirmisher builds. Yeah, we have our rogue is a swashbuckler. So I saw this and was like, I feel like this is a thing that you need to have, so I want to go over it as soon as possible, even though it's from 2 years ago and it's been in the bookmarks forever. But whatever.
This looks fun.
Do you want to read Duelist Stance?
Sure. You possess... Okay, prereq is 4th level and a dex of 15. You possess a refined sense of combat finesse, allowing you to turn the tables on your opponents with swift and precise maneuvers. Until the start of your next turn, you can use your reaction to perform one of the following attacks with an unarmed strike or melee weapon that you are holding. You can lunge. If a creature moves on its turn and is no more than 5 feet away from your reach, you can use your reaction to swiftly move up to 5 feet towards an unoccupied space adjacent to the creature and make an attack against the target. Guarding Riposte. You may attempt to parry an incoming attack and retaliate in a swift and fluid motion. When a creature targets you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to roll a d4 and add the result to your AC against that attack. If the attack misses, you can immediately make an attack roll against your attacker. That's fun. And a deflecting parry. You attempt to deflect an incoming attack, turning it aside with ease. When a creature within your reach hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to make a sleight of hand check contested by the attacker's attack roll. If you succeed, you can choose to redirect the attack towards another creature within 5 feet of you, hostile or ally, making it the new target of the attack instead. You can't use this feature to redirect the incoming attack if there isn't any other creature within 5 feet of you to become the new target.
I love this, and minus the sleight of hand, like this is a legend. There's a legendary action that they give like a boss goblin or a boss orc. Oh my god, I can't speak. Like a war leader or what have you to redirect attacks that are coming towards him. That's cool. At first I was like, you are getting a lot of things. Usually, like, the feats don't have as much stuff, but you're not getting the ASI here.
Yeah.
So I think that's honestly evened out. You're getting a lot of stuff in one go, but you don't get the bonus to your stats.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this is still...
Hardcore boy.
I mean, deflecting parry's pretty good, but only if you're, like, close to other people. But, like, lunge, when you compare, like, this to, like, mobile as a feat, like, I still feel like that's stronger. Like, and guarding Riposte, it's a D4 tier AC. I mean, it's like, I like the flavor.
I'm trying to think of what who has this ability. Sildar has it. Hold on, let me see if Sildar comes up. Because there is there we go. Oh, Sildar's parry is a D6. Is this new Sildar? Yeah, this is new Sildar. What's old Sildar? Are you? You look like you've been 2024. Is what I see.
Oh no.
Come on, load. Here we go on D&D Beyond. We're gonna see if it works or give us a 404 error. Oh no, it always is. Yeah, his parry. So I tell my players all the time, like, hey, parry this, you filthy casual. Sildar was the very first NPC they run into. Which you run into him in, like, if you're playing Lost Mines of Phandelver or Phandelver and below, you run into him in like your session 1 or 2, no matter what. And I was like, hey, you guys spend the time learning, other creatures or people can teach you things. And so I told them right from the beginning, he can teach you his parry, which is great if you would just, spend the time learning it. But my players are addicted to downtime, so they're never going to learn it. But his is 1d6. Same idea, but 1d6. So it's a slightly weaker version of like the NPC parry. Which I guess makes sense because you're getting something else with it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. They're all like slightly weaker options than other people get because the deflecting parry, other monsters get this, like if they're a boss, so that they just deflect it towards someone near them. You actually have to make a roll to do this. But you are getting all of them at the same time. It's up to the players to take this, but I don't see anything necessarily wrong with it. I also love this little art of kids playing pirates. That's cute. That's cute. I don't think there's any... No, there's no more information on it. Okay, cool. Sometimes I just keep the Reddit page open to be like, oh, people were talking about something that was in there. Or like if it was late and there's a lot of things that are issues. But we have... This one's a 2024 feat. Most of us, we like 2014 stuff here. But this is 2024 feat. But it is for monks. So... I think you may be into this, and it's by our bud AdramastesGM, who we've looked at many things. I really can't talk. It's really bad. It's really bad. But this is Secret Strikes, Stone-Sheet-Shear.
Is this somebody who turned Rochambeau into a D&D feature?
Yep. I thought originally that this was based on Hunter x Hunter, and because I'm gonna guess that you have no knowledge of Hunter x Hunter, DM Lacara. I feel like that's not in your wheelhouse. Yep. So Hunter x Hunter, the main character, everyone has like Nen abilities, but he's an evoker, I think is what it's called, but he makes stuff come out. Just like evocation magic, it's like you're shooting fireballs or ice or what have you. And the way that he does it, he's an evoker / an enhancer, is he charges energy in his body, and then he says Jhamkul, which is like the Japanese version of rock, paper, scissors. And then he'll say first is, and then he'll either say rock, scissors, or I forgot what the third word that he says is, because he doesn't say paper. But if he does rock, he'll punch you. If he does scissor, he can cut you. And I forgot what he does for paper. But I thought that this was like they just took his basic ability. I thought that's what it was. It's kind of like that, but not quite. So if you're on YouTube, you can drop the description of this very video and follow along. If you're on Twitch, though, bloop, I'm going to pop this in the chat right now, and you can follow along because it's pinned. And this song is from... Himawari, which is anime about a cute little girl at ninja school. I don't know why my brain was like, you have to tell them what anime this is from. I think it's just because I said Hunter x Hunter. Whatever. But monks are kind of your thing, so if you want to take this, you totally can.
How are monks my thing?
I just feel like we talk so much about Key and we have so much fun. And then as I said it, I was like, but I'm the one who actually played the monk.
Yeah. Oh, Secret Strikes, Stone-Sheet-Shear. Prereq, 4th level monk. Either through earning the trust of a legendary hidden master, uncovering the remnants of long-lost scrolls of martial arts, or inheriting the secrets passed down through your bloodline, or by talking to a 5-year-old, you have mastered this unique ancient martial technique. Ability score increase. Your dex goes up by 1. Probably the last thing you need as a monk, but hey.
Yep. Whatever.
Secret strikes. Whenever you use your flurry of blows, you can forego one unarmed strike to instead focus your ki into one of the following techniques. You can use each of the techniques once per long rest.
Oh, okay.
Stone strike. First one. Ki courses through you, hardening your form like the mountains. Until the start of your next turn, critical hits against you become normal hits. And you gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. If you hit a creature no more than one size larger than you with an unarmed strike as part of this bonus action, the target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, that's really strong.
Sheet
you get
strike.
to learn to rage? Cool.
Basically, yeah. Sheet strike. Ki flows through you like ink on endless scrolls. Until the start of your next turn, you gain a +2 bonus to AC and have advantage on saving throws against effects that would move you against your will. If you hit a creature no more than one size larger than you with an unarmed strike, they have to get save on a con saving throw or have their speed reduced to 0 until the start of your next turn.
Oh.
That's interesting, but I can't figure out what the theme is there.
Like endless scroll. Is it like you're wrapping them up, but you're not? I could understand if it knocked them prone. Like if you were gonna low hook them and make them fall. But you're right, I don't.
And how does that tie into you getting a bonus to AC?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey!
I know, I only appear at the very end.
It's good to see you anytime.
Yeah, anytime you want to come in, we're happy
What is
about
going
it.
on? What is going on, everybody? It is I, DM Shin, back from the land of labor and shoveling.
How much snow do you have?
Yeah, you're
we went out to shovel. And I jumped from the top of our stairs where, leading up to our house. So I jumped from the top of those stairs into what would be the bottom of our stairs, and the snow went up to about my mid-thigh, and I'm 6 foot. So mid-thigh on me is an impressive height to reach in snow. We're supposed to get more, apparently. Again, this week, twice. So I'm so totes looking forward to that, you know.
Yeah.
That's so high on my list of things that I'm excited for. More snow. And it's only going to be icy, so.
Yay.
I'm looking forward to rolling high on my damage die when I use Fireball to melt all the snow. Actually, I think Wall of Fire would probably be a better spell to use here, but
yeah.
I didn't think of that. The Well-Packed owns 2 flamethrowers, not 1, but 2. I'm like, I wonder who's using them right now.
I
Not 1.
Flamethrower?
2. Yeah, There was a Kickstarter a couple years ago for some dude that was like Tesla was gonna make a flamethrower, but they didn't, so we made one, and 2 of them have flamethrowers now, which is terrifying.
So I just want to make sure I understand the lore behind this. This clearly somewhere written for a D&D campaign flamethrower. Created by Tesla.
I don't know if they have
was
that
meant,
one, but yes.
Created by Tesla and abandoned to be reforged in the flames of Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And purchasable for general consumption and use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of layers of scary there.
That's a lot to unpack.
They used to trade it, like, whenever we'd have a get-together, it would go to the next person's house. I never got to take it home, though, which I'm okay with. I
Oh,
wasn't
so it
gonna
was
use it.
akin to the class pet,
Yes!
where, like, everyone gets a turn at having the flamethrower.
The
Dilkar,
lore!
as a woman of science, could you please help my mind understand the ramifications of them trading a flamethrower around? This can't be safe, right?
I can't believe no one died.
I'm glad no one did.
I'm just surprised.
Like, I'm glad they managed to reach 0 casualties.
If it was my players, besides DM Bacon, for sure someone would be dead. But the Wolfpack's okay. Only one of them has a terrible penchant for lighting things on fire by mistake.
I mean, it's still better than a penchant for doing it on purpose.
True.
Right. I mean, a pension's a pension.
Also true.
But I'm curious as to what I came in on here.
You are here just in time to read the very last bullet
That's true.
The most recent link.
Ooh, I love getting here just in time for the last bullets.
So this is our last...
I see Stone-Sheet-Shear, I guess I'm looking at here. Would this be the sheer strike?
Yes, it would.
Yes. Oh. Well, seeing as WotC came out with a pugilist,
It's true.
I can only wonder what this has to do with anything.
I would let someone put this on the pugilist. Well, they don't have key points. You have to rework it a little bit. But yeah, definitely put it on the pugilist because all they're going to do is punch.
Yeah. Well, it seems like for a 4th level monk, the sheer strike key sharpens your strike to a razor's edge and severs binding effects. You end any effects on yourself that reduce your speed. Additionally, until the end of your turn, unarmed strikes made as a part of this bonus action treat any AC of 20 or higher as 19.
Oh.
And the first hit you score with an unarmed strike as part of this bonus action is a critical hit. Okay. Well, I'm glad I came in just for, like, the really broken part.
Yeah, like, okay, the other two were strong, but this
Not
one...
broken.
This one, that's okay. Sure.
Hey, you got sentineled? Not today. You sheer strike yourself and say, nah, I can move when I want to move, and proceed to just obliterate the effect, then critical hit somebody and say, you're natural 20 or higher. Because you notice that it does say, if you would be treat any AC of 20 or higher as a 19. That means you literally get to ignore what would be considered near legendary armor ratings.
Yep. Oh, Grimjack would hate
so that
this.
DC 30, that DC 32 armor check that seemed like Pathfinder levels is now obliterated by your monk, who probably just has a natural at least +4, and with flurry of blows has at least 3 to 5 times to attempt striking you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading through the other abilities really quickly, and I'm seeing that
they don't even approximate that.
Yeah, like, aside from the fact that you're gaining a dex increase,
maybe
this is just scary.
Thinking that you're doing it.
The best for you.
Yeah, we really did.
Seriously.
Thinking that I didn't even think of it as just this is your this is your first feat that you're taking. Maybe if you made this the 16th level feat, like as a prereq, maybe it would make sense. But starting the game with this?
Yeah, there's plenty of I mean, I start my campaign usually at 3. Like,
I've heard, I've heard people do that recently too, where it's just like I wanted people to just get level 1 and 2 out the way, get to the part where you pick what you are, and let's start it off a little bit more difficult in exchange.
Yeah, I see no reason to force people to almost die in puny encounters repeatedly before they can even pick a subclass.
Yep. I see a lot of 3 and a lot of 5.
Yeah.
I think 5 is only if I have experienced players.
Yes, yeah. I wouldn't put a baby in at 5.
Yeah, 5 is a reward. 3, I could see and almost argue for and agree with, just because, at least in 5e, most people don't believe their character exists before they hit their subclass. So, like a lot of, I think there's a lot more emphasis. I think that I've found a lot more people when I've played 5e, like really come into their character once they've like been able to select that subclass option for their class. So I could see that. But I can tell you this: they're not getting any shown Stone-Shear Strike or Shear Strikes or.
I'm reading the flavor text bubble, like at the bottom, not bubble, flavor text paragraph, where they're like, 3 rival monastic orders each shared their mastered technique, and they gave it to babies.
Yeah, why not? Small children, stop all effects on you. You've been grappled, not today.
Not today.
Because notice that it says that it's an effect that sets your movement to 0.
Oh, I didn't even think of. Oh, now we were trying to figure out why that makes it like paper, or why you're a sheet. It's like you became flat and slipped out of someone's grasp.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's not the only kind of effect that would reduce your speed to 0. We were both thinking like holding you in place like ice or something like that. I wasn't thinking of another person.
Fly paper.
All right, this one's definitely not. I mean, maybe if it was 16th level, maybe. If you're already in tier 4, it's still pretty strong.
Like all 3 of these and an ASI? No.
Yeah, that's
especially considering the duelist stance doesn't give you an ASI.
Yeah.
Like comparatively speaking.
Well, the duelist stance, I think, is underpowered.
A little bit.
Would you give someone an ASI for that one?
No. I would. I think for that, I think giving ASIs is less useful than just giving like a natural attack bonus with a certain weapon style. Just increase the bonus to hit. Because when you give somebody an ASI, because here's why I don't like giving ASIs. What did you do to gain an entire stat point?
Fair.
I mean,
like Tavern Brawler gives you like a strength or a constitution, is it?
I think that's right.
And I always would think to myself, like, okay, you've gotten more bulky, I guess. But the point of Tavern Brawler is really to say, hey, you get a 1d4 with your unarmed attacks. You know what I mean? So I think that the ASI is cool, but I think it just gives people more reason to pick it to increase their stat than to actually do anything related to like what the ability might do.
I gotcha. I think The ASI makes more sense if you don't do it as your 4, 8, 12, 16. If you do it through downtime, the ASI makes way more sense.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see a stat point great gain due to something that you've done during downtime, like, you know, a fight, training. You went through a training montage, you know what? Enjoy that enjoy that +1.
I also think something like Duelist Stance, like because our roguer is a swashbuckler rogue, like Duelist Stance is something I feel like I would give that player as like a boon for like winning a fight all by themselves, like against a bunch of dudes on another ship.
Yeah.
Like this seems like you've earned this boon kind of thing, more so than I just got it gifted to me.
Yeah. And also think about it like this. Okay, so if you take apart, or even using Stone-Shear Strike, right? The idea is that you're gaining combat abilities, right? Based on your fact that you're a monk, a monk persuasion. It's like additional feats. What about that says that you're doing this because you're more dexterous? Especially when monks don't really focus on having to increase their unarmed strikes. You know what I mean? Like monks have always been kind of like that weird class that has, I think, too many ASIs to work with. Because technically they can use strength, they can use dex, they use wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
So why not allow this Stone-Shear Strike to increase their wisdom? Like say that it's like why dexterity, I guess would be my question.
Because it's almost like a magical ability that you're using at this point.
Or it's something I would imagine you gain after training. So it would be a mental increase.
Pretty much anything but intelligence.
Yeah. This is not a strength, this is not a strength save. This is not a con save. You don't need to roll charisma.
Sorry, yes, also charisma definitely out.
Well, that's just my 10 cents.
I could also see,
I don't know.
Definitely wisdom makes a lot of sense here. Like you've punched enough times that you know the special way to like move your fist to flow your chi.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this is supposed to be a 2024 feat, and he said key instead of focus. Good for you.
Thank you for helping us keep the flavor.
Yeah.
Flavor protected one more day.
But we do have one more thing to look at, and that is, I know we're a little over time for regular, but we're going to be looking at some Troika backgrounds. So last time we looked at, when you said 3 ducks in trench coat, I remembered it wasn't chicken backgrounds. It was fowl backgrounds.
That's right.
But this time we're going to be looking
Are we looking at something most foul?
Not this time. Instead, we're looking at, what is it called? Robots? Rayguns, robots, and rocket ships. 5 retro sci-fi backgrounds for Troika! I sent it in the DM chat earlier because I knew I had to move it. I'm going to back up to see what day I posted it in there. I'm going to reply to it so it's easier to click. Blah, blah, blah.
I found it. Haha.
Blah, blah, blah. If you're on YouTube, there's a link that you can click to go straight to Rayguns, Robots, and Rocket Ships. If you're on Twitch, give me 1 second, and I will also give you that link.
Now, this is my kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
I love Troika. Troika's so stupid. I love it. My mistake. Didn't realize that this song had lyrics. So it'll be confusing everybody, I'm sure. I'm going to lower it as much as I can. Forgot it had lyrics. But you can grab it from itch.io. But if you have the bundle for Palestinian aid, it is also in that bundle. You already have access to it. I did a spreadsheet of all the stuff that's in that bundle way back when. So you can go check it out there. I'm going to put like a link or something in the description to my... No, I guess you don't have to, but I did write that it is, in fact, in the bundle for Palestinian aid. I need to switch screens because that's the wrong screen. Hold on 1 second. Bam! Here we go. This is Rayguns, Robots, and Rocket Ships. Have you ever wanted to be a dinosaur that's human-sized and confused and wields a ray gun? Well, this is for you, because Troika is for all of you out there who ever want to play games while on illicit substances. That is the best way I can describe how Troika plays.
Okay.
You can do anything in Troika. Anything.
It's a lot of words, but I'm intrigued.
DM Lacara, I would love for you to read the first background here, because
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure you know exactly what this thing is supposed to be.
Yes, I do. I suspect this is going to be true of everything in this. But we're gonna start with the calculating caboose. Why? Why were you created? Your possessions are a plunger. It does damage like a staff.
Oh boy, here it is.
Or holds a tea tray, you know, if you ever need to. If you know, you know.
I know.
The golden jetpack, which lets you fly loudly yet slowly through the atmosphere. And a manufacturer's letter of authenticity. Your possessions do not include your own soundtrack from the Radiophonic Workshop. It should.
Damn.
Advanced skills. 3 in philosophy. 2 in astrology. 2 in mathmology. 2 in spell trunk for junk. 2 in plunger fighting.
Damn. I've been trying to find a way to increase my plunger fighting for quite some time. You know that?
I love Troika.
You need to be in an older house, Shin.
No. I've been trying not to increase that stat too much.
And 1 in fly. Your special is, as a robot, you don't need to eat, drink, or run and hide during radioactive cosmic storms. Also, when you fail an item retrieval, you instead shoot a random item out of your barrel chest of drawers. Roll 2d6 to determine which one. So they made it basically a cross between a Dalek, the luggage from Discworld, and Baby Groot.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not, indeed? That's
I will
a great
also
background.
say, one thing I love about Troika is that they'll be like, yo, you get this weird item. It pretend it's this other item. And I feel like there's too many people. Like, I've had this conversation with Dex where he's like, I would like a katana, or I would like an odachi. And I'm like, okay, we'll just use the stats for this other thing. And the first time I was like, you want to use the katana, man? It's just a long sword, okay? Like, it's just a long sword. And he was like, all right, that's perfect. We don't have to do anything extra. And I was like, I don't think you understand. Like, your reaction is what the reaction should be when a DM says that, but it's not. Like, you have made me so happy by just accepting it. I don't want to make no new rules, okay?
I'm not making rules.
You don't want to spec out a plunger yourself?
Ooh, DM Shin, would you like to take
You have to take 2.
The second background.
Lord, hold on. Let me take a look at this. Am I looking at the obvious protagonist?
You are.
Ah, God.
Grimjack, where are you?
Is it your athletic physique, effortless charisma, goofy name, something about your singles you out as a leader? Everybody else lets you get away with just about anything because they can see you're an intrepid hero, just destined for the spotlight. I want to destroy this character so bad.
It's
The-
Chad
man
Beefstick!
in a space helmet.
It is.
Chad Beefstick! That's your name!
You're getting
This
noise
man's-
gated. We have no idea what you're saying.
This man's Chad energy is so strong.
This said Chad Beefstick, the name of the obvious protagonist. It's
Like
true.
this man could flex a good idea out. He can flex through an encounter.
Mm-hmm.
This is the character that I think every player wants to make.
It's true.
Can he flex things dry though?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nope. Only
That is
muscle
a
wizards.
unique skill. That is a unique skill. Unique to muscle wizards and muscle wizards alone.
That is the kind of advanced skill I would expect in Troika.
That is.
Yeah.
That is.
100%
Actually.
yes.
Well, if you're the obvious protagonist, you come with a couple of things. A ray gun, which is damaged as a pistolet. An instant sword, which you just have to add water. Easily concealed in your boot when dried. A rocketeer suit, which tears easily, but protects you from cosmic vacuums, no matter how much skin is showing. Perfect hair, which counts as light armor. I love this. Perfect hair, which counts as light armor.
Oh my
And a cosmic symphony box from your tragic childhood.
Agreed. It has to. You have to pretend that you have to do an impersonation of Adam West while you play this character. You have to.
Oh yeah. I feel like your tragedy also has to be at an all-time high while playing this character.
What is a symphony box?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what it's not. Something a hero doesn't have.
I think it's just like a music box that you play to make you sad. I'm thinking like in Bloodborne when you go to meet oh my god, what is his name? Father Gascoigne. If you find
mean
his
where you can find the box?
Yeah, if you find his daughter's music box and you play it, he like freezes in place after he's gotten into his blood frenzy. This is how you break the obvious protagonist.
You just have to destroy it. No, you have to play a song louder than his theme song.
Oh god. Tell us about his skills.
Oh, well, no protagonist would be complete without a 2 in fist fighting, a 2 in sword fighting, a 2 in charm, a 1 in command, 1 in ray gun fighting, clearly, because that's a very important. And then, of course, you're an intertubular fighter pilot. I don't know what that means. But I'm just trying to imagine that you are fist fighting with a sword while trying to chat up somebody on your ship.
Oh,
And I'm all for this.
He's Space Dandy, and I love it.
This is Captain Kirk meets the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yes. But you can't forget about his special though.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
It should
listen.
be called Red Shirt.
It is definitely red shirt. This is pure red shirt energy because you may test your luck once in a dire situation. On a success, a previously unknown sidekick of yours swoops in and joins the fray at the critical moment. The GM may choose to use the sidekick stats in the appendix. I love the fact that you just have somebody come help you.
That nobody knew about.
This is the most enclave-esque ability that like a thunder that like a wanderer has.
Oh, mm-hmm.
I need this ability to exist.
To be
Just
fair,
like, hey,
Enclave has multiple classes that get sidekicked.
that is true.
You get a human as an item. Literally.
Actually, this is true. Humans are quite literally the secret inventory item that nobody talks about in Enclave.
Yeah.
I have 4 of them. I just realized.
I have a town full of them.
I cannot wait to play with Reggie again. I am dying to do that.
I just have a town full of souls just at the ready, you know.
You mean people?
Listen, I mean assets.
So good. We should record that.
I'm not gonna lie. This character alone makes me want to try Troika more, but I think the next one is definitely all you, Okami.
Fist,
Could you please tell me all about
the
an officer of the Arachno
Arachno Navy? Fist, did you write this? Why do I feel like you wrote this with this this? Okay, first of all, I just wanna. I've just noticed it now. Like the image that they used for the paper looks like it has like coffee stains and stuff on it. That I didn't notice that until just now. That's fantastic. But with this like weird, obviously bad guy goatee, I love it.
I love the huge, like, medieval-looking cape with the fedora. Really sells it.
God, I
This
love
guy
Troika.
looks like his name is Mon. This guy gives me the most like Montauk, the inevitable look ever.
Some
Like
people,
this guy
when
was
they
an evil villain somewhere.
Oh, 100%. Look at that goatee! Some people, when they turn 14, come to the realization that they are philosophically, mentally ascended far beyond what any other can hope to achieve. Truly unique. The deep threads of the Arachno Empire's web seek these folk out, placing them alongside thousands of deep thinkers, just as original and superior as the rest of them. Truly identical. It's the fedora, 100%. They all have fedoras. They're just born with them on their heads. But you get a bejeweled katana, damages sword. You get unwashed robes that attract spiders and repel most everything else. You get a faithful tarantula, also a wind-up key to a secret yet slightly useless monstrosity. Oh my god, this is amazing!
Never know.
This is amazing! You get advanced skills. 3 secret signs, Arachno Empire. 2 Arachno rocket pilot. 2 astrology. 2 spell. Definitely not phase clones. 1 spell, death ray. 1 spell, random. Just any of the spells ever. 1 in spider charming. 1 in sword fighting, and 1 in debating. Oh, he does kind of look like Sinestro, but with the weird goatee. You're right. I do. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Can I just say, I feel like anywhere else, 1 spell random would be like, pick whatever you want. In Troika, I feel like random is a spell.
Random is a stat that is tracked in a not so secret manner, and it can make or break your campaign. I'm convinced about that in Troika.
Oh, apparently the Troika random spell just means you can have a table. So you can put, it looks like, any multiple of 12 spells on the table and have that get cast for random. Why multiples of 12? I have no idea. But that's what it is.
Because we said so.
Yep.
Fuck it. Why not? We can do whatever we want to.
Ooh.
We made it.
It's true. Who wants to take background number 4?
Oh, God.
No thanks.
Oh boy. Well, guess what? When you're a protonic hermetic genius, friends, the steam engine, quantum natragabong particles. That is a word I never thought I'd get to say, but guess what? They're
We
all
make dreams
tools
come
for
true.
yes. Yes, we do. Guess what? They're all tools for you to use and abuse. Those mainstream scientists who laughed at you, they don't deserve to pick your enormous brain. Nobody does. Not even the Roundtable, I'd say. I think we're not even privy to this. But nobody does. Not even your own lousy, wrinkled flesh. Possessions, you have a filthy lab coat. Because why not? I feel like DM
no other clothes.
extra quiet right now. I'm scared.
Filthy lab coat and quite possibly no extra clothes. That's it. You're a flasher. You're a flash. You're the flash. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The resident bard is looking over at the screen right now with a look of confusion and a slight horror. This is what everybody thinks scientists are like.
That's what I'm gonna say. I feel like this is quite literally like, all right, this is not this is not the television version of a scientist. This is not really what they do.
At some point, I'll have to tell you guys about the horrible, horrible children's movie with a mad scientist in it that I was utterly enraged about on so many different levels.
Oh boy.
You have
This is
my
not the
attention.
time or place.
I was gonna say you absolutely have my attention on this one.
Short version, it's a movie where the bad guy is a mad scientist who didn't do anything wrong. Actually, the thing that went wrong was an accident because the machinery didn't work quite right, as can happen to any scientist.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And to top it all off, she was a black female scientist.
Oh.
Because there's so many of those running around as villain material.
Of course.
Who then proceeds to get used by everybody else in the entire movie, have zero agency at any point while still being vilified. And her hideout was a gorgeous old observatory that they completely level for no reason.
You had me at the beginning. I was thinking it was going to be silly. I thought for a second you were going to talk about the movie where Ryan Reynolds travels back in time and meets himself as a kid to save his father's inventions. And I was like, ooh, I bet it's a terrible movie. I'm still going to watch it, but I bet it's a terrible movie.
Nope.
Damn it.
Nope. It was so bad and so infuriating. And it was made recently in Canada.
I don't like this at all.
The Canadians are so nice.
Yeah, this is rare from a Canadian.
I was so mad. And the tiny barbarians watching it, and I'm like, do not observe. Let me pause this and tell you about all the ways this is wrong.
Well, yeah, because obviously, tiny barbarians absorbing like, okay, interesting. This is a different way to look at it. This is not seen like it's right, and you're like, nope, absolutely not, incorrect.
Tiny barbarians like, I want the rocket ship. That is sum total of what Tiny Barbarian took from it. And I'm like, that's fine. We're just never watching this ever again. This is getting burned in FG.
100% true.
Well, I can say this much: judging from the possessions that Troika gives these characters, I can take it that a Gizmotronic spoon was not going to be the end-all fix for this problem, nor would 2d6 plasma cores, a giant sack of half-built inventions, or a flask of industrial-grade rocket fuel. Okay, that one alone brings me such joy, because the idea that you're just walking around with this rocket fuel,
and enough for two provisions worth.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. This is not for a rocket.
No, that's the beauty of it. No, it's 2 provisions worth, but any drinker except you must test their luck, which means you're just guzzling rocket fuel.
Yep.
You're just like, yo, screw it.
This would like you to name
and it makes sense
on that movie.
Oh.
What's that?
Oh, Fist
would like
name names, no
names.
Fist.
Tell us the name of the movie.
I would have to look it up. It's one of the Paw Patrol movies.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Okay. That's a whole like another layer I wasn't expecting.
I've had a lot of issues with how Paw Patrol like does things with their singular female character for a while, but I was not expecting the level of that particular movie descended to, but I do not remember. They're all named something incredibly stupid. I don't remember which one it was.
Paw Patrol really letting us down.
Kids. Yeah,
Paw Patrol is letting
kids
us
watch
down.
Paw Patrol.
Disappointment. All my cousins used to love Paw Patrol.
They have one main female character who has had to be saved about 5 or 6 times in different episodes.
Oh.
And like all of the male characters get saved at most like once.
Ah, so she's gone from character to damsel in distress archetype.
Isn't she the one that flies?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like it's like 1990s level of like female involvement in a thing. It's like, oh, here's the token female. There is another girl puppy, but she doesn't live with them, and she gets called out even more rarely. Yeah, this
is disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little bit upset with Paw Patrol.
Even though obviously I'm not a baby, I'm more disappointed in Paw Patrol for doing stuff like this than like, okay, I'm gonna name names.
Everyone's doing it.
Yeah, me and Oxford had pointed this out a while back. We're like, okay, we get that Lindsey Sterling, the violinist, is from Utah, and like, it's mostly white people. We get it. But like, none of her music videos had any people of color for like years and years and years. And then when there was a person of color, they were the bad guy in like 7 videos in a row. And we were like, so you found one person of color and you got to make them the villain?
Jesus.
It's like the only one. And I will say that it is interesting when you see stuff like I find it interesting. I think I don't want to say come desensitized to it to an extent, but it's always funny to me because I'm like, oh wow, I wonder how they're gonna do this guy. Oh, he's a person of color. Oh, okay, and nope, that's no good. Like my favorite is still Saz in Final Fantasy 13, a single father who loses his son, drives a car, uses a gun, and has a chicken living in his afro.
I was gonna say, my question was gonna be, wait, is there more than one black person in that game? Because that's the only person I can think of. And I was like, no, I think he's the only one.
Well, unless you include his son.
Oh, true.
Oh, and the mother, nowhere to be found.
Interesting.
Oh. Those were some choices.
Yep. I think so too.
Somewhere.
I agree with you, Fist. Like the early '90s and late '90s had way more girls like doing action stuff. Like that
I miss
weren't
that.
the damsel.
Yeah.
Listen.
Damn.
How did we go backwards?
I don't know. I feel like we got. I don't know. But I'll finish off strong with the protonic hermetic genius by letting you know that he's got some advanced skills. He's got mathology. They've got mathology.
Okay.
Which just
that makes sense.
Sounds as complex as it was to say. Gizmotronic spoon usage is a 3 because you got to be good with that Gizmotronic spoon. And I will say that I do love that sonic screwdriver reference right there as a Gizmotronic spoon. Like that is a 10 out of 10 Who reference. I feel like there's one person who's gonna watch this and be like, "That was a Doctor Who reference." Yes. They've got 3 spells of mad science and 2 in the spell of Project Immortality. And then naturally, every good scientist has a 1 in drinking because nothing gets the formula flowing like
Industrial
vino.
grade rocket fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll really get your stuff going. That'll get you soaring to new heights of thought.
I think. Okay. I want to take this last one because.
Of course you do.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. This is what I would play. Absolutely.
Yes.
This is a rubber world escapee. Back on your home sphere, everybody had impervious plastic skin. A lot of them were stiff as anything, though, with topics of conversation never straying far from atomic rampages or damsel kidnapping. That all changed when you found yourself off-world. Suddenly, you were surrounded by exotic people willing to teach you about strange new concepts like love and peace. If only they'd stop pinching your rubbery cheeks and complimenting your scary costume, though. You're a Power Rangers bad guy. I can't. This is fantastic. I love this.
Yeah.
This is the character that you would create and become famous, and it gets voiced over in the animated version by Alan Tudyk.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
This is exactly but that is the most accurate like description of how that would go, like play by play.
I love
like
this.
I refuse any other play by play except this.
I love this. Oh my god. Oh, it's throwing Alan Tudyk in there.
It's a dinosaur and it's wearing Wash's shirt.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize that until just now. Yes, it is. The sunglasses and hat threw me off. I was thinking of Oh no, what's the name of the book? The one where the movie version Johnny Depp played the character, and it's a picture of them like they're in the hot. It's a hot day in the convertible, and they're driving through the desert. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh,
There we go. The top part
yes.
made me think that. I didn't even think of it is Worcestershire, 100%. Possessions, monstrous appendages, damages modest beast. Laser eyes, damages modest beast. Rubbery skin, you always count as being modestly armored. Stylish human disguise.
Why not?
Toy ray gun, and drum of radioactive waste. 5 provisions worth, but any drinker except you must test their luck, or skill for enemies, or roll on the oops table.
I love everything on this page.
Yeah.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
This, honestly, I wanna play a Rubber World Escapee.
This is better than this is. You know what? New plan. We all play Rubber World Escapees in a one shot with commoner backgrounds.
Yes. Yes.
I love this.
Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so fucking good. Oh my god.
I love this more than you will ever know.
Clubs needs to run it for us.
I thought the same. I was like, I don't know why, but I feel like Clubs has to run this one. I don't know why.
Yep.
Yes, okay.
Yep.
This is 1,000% him.
He's gonna be the one that has to learn.
He's gonna hate it.
Oh, 100%. He'll hate every second of it. What do you mean you guys are using your laser eyes?
No,
What are
no,
your
you know
monstrous
what? I take that back. He'll love it. He'll love it so long as I think we can keep it like motivationally moving, because knowing us, we have a high tendency to go straight to the ridiculousness.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really, Muscle Wizard?
Wait. Fist, that's perfect. We're all Rubber World escapees trying to kill Chad Beefstick.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Our first strike a one shot.
He stole our girl.
He stole our girl. We want her back.
He stole our girl, and every time we try to catch him, a new sidekick shows up.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And they're all named after meats. So there's like Slim Jim.
Salami, pepperoni.
Bologna.
Oh god, we hate bologna.
We tried so hard to learn about love.
But you know what this means? We have to have ridiculous names, and like the personality has to match the name.
Oh yeah.
Because that's part of our human disguise.
Mm-hmm.
I call Steve.
Damn it!
I'm prosciutto. I gotta go with prosciutto.
I don't want to go for food. I want to go for something else. Something that everybody likes. My name is just Dog.
Yes.
Because somebody called me Dog when I landed on the planet. And I thought that was a good name. But I don't look like a dog. I'm that dinosaur. I'm the dinosaur that will be voiced by Alan Tudyk. Oh, I like that. It was an accident. We didn't mean to kill Chad Beefstick, but all the sidekicks are coming after us.
Oh shit.
But I have advanced skills. 2 in appendage fighting, 2 in destruction, 2 in
Oh my
disguise.
god, no wait. I know exactly who I'm gonna be. I'm going to literally be my empowered character. Just naked in the shadows. Strangling people.
I think that means you have to play the Protonic Hermetic Genius then.
I do. That's okay. That's okay. Because I will have to be my empowered character. Somehow my empowered character finally made it from the one shot that we promised ages ago.
2 years ago.
One
God.
day.
All right, I I gotta go, guys. This has
No
been amazing.
problem.
It's okay. There's
This
just
has. It is amazing to hear the three of us back in action. Next
That's
week,
true.
hopefully all three of us will be back in real time action.
Yes.
Yes.
And next week we'll be going over creatures.
Yes. Our favorite.
All right,
Going
night,
back to
guys.
basics.
Night.
Good night. Thank you for joining. Meatloaf and Meatball. Those are good names too. So we've got an appendix here, and the appendix of sidekicks and spoons tells you how Gizmotronic spoons work. They can be used as a knife in combat or to stir your tea. It also lets you cast 2 random spells and holds 2 plasmic cores. Casting the spells costs charges. Plasmic cores hold 6 instead of stamina. Oh, okay. So you could just cast
we also
random
got
shit? Okay.
Well, we also got a little bit of a sidekick table,
Hell yeah.
giving us some basic stats and some personalities for your sidekick, including sultry sidekicks, which I think are automatic sidekick solution. Just who doesn't want the sultry sidekick, right?
It's true.
But you could also have yourself a bit of a sultry and exotic, a faithful robo hound. I like that it's sultry, sultry, and exotic.
Yeah.
Stalwart, faithful hound.
I love that one of
It's
them
like
is
in the-
delusional.
Oh, yes. But it makes sense.
Yeah.
It does make sense. But all sidekicks come with the same old stats, which is a 5 in skill, a 10 stamina, 2 initiative, 0 armor, and damage with ray guns, rocks, throwing knives as pistolets. I like that they have rocks. That like the swath of weaponry they carry are ray guns, rocks, and throwing knives. What do they fight?
I hope it's a delusional one that just brings rocks. No. The delusional one has to have the ray gun because he's like, I'm the hero, and he's just disintegrating people.
Yes.
Ooh!
Yes.
Ooh! Okay. Then there's... I can't believe it's not magic! God,
Oh my
I love
God.
Troika. Below are an assortment of spells that can be cast without true magical abilities, although they do require sufficiently advanced technology. Do not refer to this list if prompted to choose a random spell. Instead, refer to the random table of spells that can be found in the Troika core rules. Random table of spells, but you can apparently customize that random table. Death Ray, 6. When a philosopher tugs just a little too hard on the fabric of reality, they can tear right through. A rip in the sky appears before them, spilling forth a deluge of pure dark energy. The deluge inflicts damage as a large beast to anybody directly beneath it, to a radius of 5 meters, who fails to test their luck or skill for enemies. The philosopher can spend up to 5 additional points of stamina to increase the radius by 1 meter per point. They have... other things like the kick throws rocks. They have the boulder. Yes. Wait. They have space lasers. Death Ray is orbital laser. Oh my god. Yes.
Sometimes you just need a good old orbital laser.
And then there's definitely not phase clones. Through clever use of smoke, lasers, and generous favors from the visible spectrum, philosophers can appear as though their unpopular ideas have actual supporters. These 2 holographic phase clones can look and behave however the philosopher wishes, but only talk through ventriloquism. Lasts until the clones gain self-awareness! Oh no!
I hate it when my clones gain self-awareness.
Phase clone, skill of 4, stamina of 1, initiative of 1. Hard light tools as your current weapon. Damn, bro. Would you like to take a look at the mad science table?
Are you saying that because I go by mad alchemy at places?
Yes.
I feel like that happened. Well, the scientist jams their fingers. Hold on. I gotta find this. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me open this up right. Hold on. I need to open this up again. The scientist jams their fingers, cinches their hair, and utters an obscene string of curse words. After 1d3 hours of this, or a whole lot of downtime, the nearest piece of junk disappears and an untested, unsafe, an untested and unsafe invention taking its place. The invention must be used within a day and can be used on somebody else's initiative. Roll a d66 for its single use effect. I love this. Anything that uses like a d66 or like a d88 or something wacky, I'm always for it. You can get improbability. Oh, Grimbo would love this. You can have a shield. You can have an engine. You literally get the ability to accidentally invent nonsense.
Wizard King Dungeon Soup, yes.
I want this for an artificer that I play in a game. Where like he doesn't like he always is making like mundane effect items. Like he doesn't know why, but like he has like sleep paralysis or like he sleepwalks, but he just sleep creates.
Oh, I like that. I like the physically attached to somebody within 50 meters, as if you're playing that. There's a gladiator game that came out recently where you're. I think it's actually called Tether. I was gonna say where you're tethered to your teammates. That is what that is. I think it is called Tether.
That would make sense.
But also, engine, gain a single universal truth. If you don't make whoever gets this the first time, if you don't just whisper 42 to them, you're doing it wrong.
Oh my god, this is written for that. This is written for that sole purpose.
Oh man. All right. We have Oh, I don't think it's maybe it's. I don't know if it's project or project, but project immortality. 6. Not every experiment is pretty, or indeed indicative of sanity. A half-constructed and incredibly surly robot bursts from the scientist's flesh. Mind and body are then split. The scientist's consciousness and advanced skills are transferred to the rusting skeletal monstrosity, their flesh reduced to a glorified battery until the robot retracts back into it. The robot heals as its creator does, and if it dies or is physically severed from their spinal column, the scientist regains consciousness and must heal before casting this spell again. So it is project. Project immortality. Skill as yours. Stamina 8. Initiative 3. Armor 1. So you shoot like you chest burst out of your own body? But as a robot?
That's pretty lit.
Would you like to read Trunk for Junk? And I'm staring at the screen hoping that Grimbo feels this.
The mathematician's curvy caboose folds out and expands to create seating space for foe. They also become painfully clumsy, however, until they decide to return their prodigious rear to normal. So basically, they get an accidental James ass. I'm always for them getting the accidental. The cheeks of Grim. I will always support this.
And with that, we're done with Rayguns, robots, and rocket ships. I think we need to. One of us has to learn to play Troika. I think it's gonna happen.
Clubs has already been. I think we've already determined that Clubs will probably learn Troika for the sole explicit purpose of us playing Troika.
And that
I think it's undetermined, right?
I think so. I think he's got to run it. I think he has to. I think he has to. I'm learning Avatar Legends. He's gonna learn Troika. We got this. We got this. But that was all we've got on the docket for today. We did a lot. We got a new follower who was super cool, Dragon Zero Computer. We hope you come and hang out with us again soon. You helped us hit the 250 follower mark. And he also explained to us something that I didn't know. He was like, I can't talk. And I was like, huh? And apparently, Twitch added a bunch of new features. And one of them was that new followers can't talk for an hour. So if you're not a follower, you could talk. If you've already been a follower, you could talk. But a new follower couldn't talk for an hour. And I was like, why would this be on by default? What a stupid setting.
No, not for them.
Awaz, it's all gravy because obviously we'll be bothering you later. Don't you worry. Also, Dex donated another 10 gift subs, and we got another emote today, which is, let me find it. It is, where the heck is it? I do not know what it is called. That's the problem. What is it called? What is it called? Here we go. No, not you. Oh, Hype Train. Here we go. Here we go. It's called Respectfully No.
Oh, shit.
That is what Dex unlocked for us today. Thank you, Awaz. You're doing all the links. So at the very beginning of this stream, I gave a spiel about how I made a video that talks about all the questions we're going to ask you if you want to buy a service from us on Patreon. And I started sharing the links. And then I noticed that there was no mic input. And then Dex and Fist both went, hello? We can't hear you. And I was like, son of a bitch, you think I'm just posting random shit? But I did make a video for that because we want more people to be running. We want to run games for you guys. And you can already go on right now to start playing games by typing in GM Lacara in either of, well, okay, it works on Twitch right now. It does not work on YouTube. I don't know why. I'm going to fix that. That's one of my tasks to do after the stream. But also I want to say thank you to whoever bought stuff from Geek Tank Games with our code, because I can't tell who buys them anymore, but I know that someone did. So thank you. That means a lot. And we hope that you're out there enjoying your minis too. I wouldn't say we're sponsored because I don't. I'm just gonna say I don't think I work for Geek Tank Games anymore, but I have no idea.
We don't hate them.
Yeah.
But we are upset.
Yeah, upsetty spaghetti a little bit. But like if you need minis, flat minis, that's the place to go. You can get 20% off with that Geek Tank Games minis code. I want to put that in the YouTube chat too, in case any of you on YouTube are like, huh, I wonder, where can I get these flat minis? And I have many videos on my channel of unboxing them, so there's plenty of options. And I usually put up stuff with them as well.
He's a good man. So hire him for his tabletop RPG stuff so you can hire all of us.
It's true. It's very true. Like 1 foot in the door is all of DM Roundtable's foot in the door. What do I mean? Okay. Awaz, listen, my boss is a very nice guy. Not the best boss, so I have no idea if I'm still an employee or not. I'm very confused.
Yeah, we're not happy about that, Awaz, trust me.
But in any case, there is. Oh, before I get to, we had already mentioned that next Monday we're doing creatures, but that means it's time for the poll. So, if you have not been in a stream of ours,
and not the poll that we make money from.
Oh, true, not POLE. We're talking about POLL, baby. What do I mean? Yeah, it's very confusing. I will bother you after the stream about this faux show. But let me do this. We have next week's topic, but we need 2 weeks from now's topic. So the way this works is we put 5 options in here. If you're on Twitch, I'm going to put a poll up for the next 10 minutes. But that is not, you don't only have 10 minutes to vote in this poll. Uh-oh. Oh no. DM Shin. I think his internet just died. The poll will be active 24 hours after the stream ends because we as the DMs have to do this. Have to vote as well. If you're on YouTube, I just share the link in there. You can come drop it in the Discord. You can answer on YouTube, or I should have done it on YouTube first because it's easier for me to copy paste, but I'm silly and didn't. But our 5 options are adventures, which is pretty self-explanatory. We'll go over an adventure. We won't play one, though we are working on DM Roundtable plays stuff in the background. We have a spreadsheet now. I'm very proud of it. Eventually we'll get there. We'll be doing another DM Roundtable plays. But for now, adventures, we'll go over an adventure. Articles, we go over adventures. A lot of them probably going to come from the Retired Adventurers blog, which is fantastic. Lots of information on running games and stuff. Delving with Your DMs is a series that we do where we talk about something we've learned playing the game, or just something about TTRPGs in general that we want to chat about. Usually it ends up being a bitch session for us, which is nice. Magic items, or any kind of items really, and maps. Really the only ones that are not as self-explanatory right now are articles or Delving with Your DMs. But yeah, put in your votes for those. That'll be the topic 2 weeks from now. Next Monday's topic is creatures. We're going to finish the creatures, and then what was my... Oh, we're not done with streams this week though, because this week is the last week of the month, which means that Friday, usually I do the thank you stream either the last Friday or the last Sunday. It happens to fall on Friday because I'll be running my campaign this weekend, so I will not be free to stream. But Friday, you guys voted this month for Magic the Gathering and Chill, so we're going to go over some decks. I got to eat some. I got to catalog some cards. I got to fix a bunch of my decks with all the new cards that I've gotten. If Dex Chinoike shows up early enough, I will play matches with him. Or if anybody else shows up early, I'll play games with them too. That's fine. I don't mind doing that instead of cataloging cards. Either way, I'm getting work done, and we're hanging out and playing Magic the Gathering. And like, playing Magic the Gathering is not gonna take up too much of my mental, physical bandwidth. You know what I mean? So there's plenty of time for us to chat. And the Turtles set does technically release this weekend, so okay, y'all. I pre-ordered a Play Booster box of Turtles cards, and they're supposed to drop Friday, but I might not be able to make it to the store on Friday before the stream, so we'll see if I can go get them on Friday or not. I probably won't have them for the stream, which is a bummer because it would be nice to just unbox the cards. I've done streams like that before. But that means it is the end of the month, which means the new polls, the new monthly polls are going to come out soon. Please be on the lookout on the Discord. I am a sick monkey. Be on the lookout on the Discord and the Patreon for the polls to come out on the 1st of the month. There'll be an Okami Gakure Plays poll, and then there'll be a thank you stream poll. And every month from the 1st to the 15th, or sometimes like the 2nd, or in really rare cases the 3rd to the 15th, you have time to vote in those monthly polls so that I can get the stuff ready at the end of the month. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did I link the Patreon again? I did not. Hold on, I'll do that again. On the Patreon, you can become a free patron, and you will then get access to all the posts that I make as part of the free as Patreon. Because listen, the vast majority of the posts I'm making on Patreon are free posts. Ow! I just walked into the wall like an idiot. The vast majority of the posts I make on Patreon are free, but even if they're not free posts, which is rare, but that means we're giving something out, then you will be able to see that I've made the post and know that it's there. But one of the things I brought up at the beginning is that I did make a video about the Patreon questionnaires, because if you do order something from our shop, like if you want us to run a 0.5 training wheel session with you, you can totally do that. If you want us to run character creation bootcamp with you, we can totally do that. If you want us to run a one-shot with you, we can also totally do that. That was weird. My brain was like, you must type instead of talk, even though everyone can hear you. That was good job, brain. That was a good brain move right there. Yep. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna make I will make words one day. One day. Oh no. Yeah, I'm aware. There we go. I accidentally scrolled back in the chat and it was like, I'm not coming back. I was like, why? Come back. But I released a video on YouTube, made a little post about it on Patreon, because if you buy something from the shop, one of the 0.5 training wheel sessions, or the character creation bootcamp, or the one shots, there's a section underneath what Patreon considers the paywall, so you can't see it unless you've made the purchase, but it's just a bunch of questions that will help us make sure that your session is the best that your session can be. I'm not like trying to hide anything or anything. It's just the way it functions. And like, if you aren't intending to buy anything, like, you don't need to see those questions. You don't need to answer them. So I just put them below the paywall. The extra weird thing about Patreon, though, is that if you do put a paywall in a post, it puts a mosaic over whatever image you manually chose, because by default it just puts your profile picture up. So I had my friend take pictures of the table as I was running the game so that I could post them on the Patreon, but then it put a mosaic over them that will only show up once you buy them on Patreon, which is so silly. And that mosaic, why did it just post a whole bunch of stuff? Ow, 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 ow. Oh, so sneezy. Oh, sorry. Oh, I see. It posted the other links on YouTube. I got really confused. I was like, what's happening here? That video should help you with that. And the mosaic makes it seem like I'm doing not safe for work stuff, but I am. It's totally fine. It's just the way that Patreon works. Apologies. So it's not like anything's being hidden behind that picture. It's like a picture of the table. It's a picture of me behind my DM screen. And then one of the pictures is like my setup for running digital 0.5 sessions. But that post also goes into a little bit more detail on the alternative payment methods for us running games for you, because iOS users, you're getting screwed on Patreon. If you buy anything on Patreon through an iOS device, you have to pay an extra fee that Apple imposes upon you. And it's not like a set fee that they add. It's a percentage based on how much the product is. So the more expensive the product, the more Apple is adding on as a price. And we wanted to make sure that people could get around that in any really way that they see. Like, we're not forcing you to pay that Apple fee too. That'd be silly. So in addition to buying the stuff on Patreon directly, you could also gift subs like Dex did earlier, and that adds to your tab in air quotes, and you can exchange your tab for products in there, or you can become an alpha member. I'm also counting donations in that alternative pricing thing. So like AWAS, your donation, which you again didn't have to give me, but you did. And I love you for it. Thank you. They also go in there. I didn't mention that on the post because I'm not expecting people to be donating. That's really nice though. So yeah, you can do that or become an alpha. And if you become an alpha, you'll get a free redeem for anything on the list. And I realize the alpha tier is like a $20 a month tier, so only our one-shots are $20. But, like, you could do an in-person, which is more expensive, and it's still, you're in the alpha tier if you're in our area. I'm just saying, whatever. You get one free redemption of anything from the Patreon shop per month if you're an alpha tier member. You also get to choose a game that I don't own, and I'll go out and buy it. That's the other alpha tier subscription or patron. It's the same on YouTube and Patreon. Same name tier, same abilities. The only thing is, if you become a YouTube member specifically, you'll get early access to my videos because I basically post everything before it goes live to the public, so you have a little bit of time to jump in and see the stuff. And you get special shout-outs regardless of what tier level you are. Free patrons, cubs, members of the pack. I'm going to remember this. Respected hunters and alphas. All of your names are going to scroll across the screen during the thank you stream. Because I love you all! Maps! Maps, 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 maps. I got to add a post in for maps. Which I 100% will do. Will do! And what else is there? Fist, let me know what your vote is. If you want me to, I'll send you the info on Discord and you can pop it in there too. But yeah, I'm excited. And again, do be aware that I lost my train of thought. Why does this keep happening? Man, I've been so bad at speaking today. It has been so I can't read. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. Like, my brain cannot process words today. I don't know why. I don't know why. Fist has been on. I think he's having trouble with Twitch as a whole because he's been on YouTube tonight. Where's my fist? My fist. He's been our one viewer over on YouTube today. Actually, we've had a couple viewers on YouTube today. A bunch of people have been sitting in the chat. That's okay if you... Oh, I should... I don't think YouTube has a feature like Twitch does. Earlier, we found out, that there's a feature that Twitch added. There's a feature that Twitch added that made it so that when you became a new follower, you couldn't talk in the chat. That's so dumb. Why? Why? So it was set for an hour. And when Dragon O Computer came in, he was like, I can't talk for an hour? And I was like, huh? And then he told me where it was in the settings, and I was like, oh my god. I did not know that that was a thing. But it was a thing, and it was enabled for an hour. That's a little weird. But in any case, that's really all the information I think I've got for y'all today. I will see you all, hopefully. I know it's in the middle of the day. I apologize. But I will hopefully see some of you at least for the Magic the Gathering and stream. Magic the Gathering and chill stream on Friday. That'll be Friday at 2 p.m. is when we'll start. I have no idea how long we'll go, but we're going to start at 2 p.m. So, I will see you all later. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us, chatting, talking, having fun, talking D&D. We might get Dragon Zero Computer to come play D&D. Like, we should yeah. I'm hoping. We're the gateway drug to something is, brain not worky. I don't know, man. But I will say goodnight to all of you on Twitch. Thank you for tuning in. I will talk to you in exactly 1 minute. Probably less. I gotta do my dailies. If anyone wants to do their dailies, come join me on Marvel Rivals, please. Please. But until then, bye everyone. Have a good night. Roll dice, be nice, have fun, and hopefully I see you guys Friday. And thank you again, everybody. Thank you just for being you. Like, you didn't have to do that, but you did. You're all fantastic. I love you all. Bye, Twitch!